That's our waveform. No, that was
This guy.
Welcome to the Redbuddies podcast.
Okay, restart.
We going live. Welcome to the Redbuddies podcast, coming to you straight from Redbud Road. I am Arshad. I'm joined by our new co-host, Hamza.
There we go, guys. I'm here. I've joined the front.
We'll get into that in a second. But also today, we're joined by Faizan Ahmed, the womanizer of the Rutgers Muslim community.
Okay.
And
okay.
The lovely MSA treasurer.
I'm not the treasurer, though.
Oh, frick. What is he, if you want to introduce yourself?
Dude, I want to introduce myself as MSA VP, man. What I say afterwards is not going to go well. So, I'm just junior at Rutgers. I'm junior at Rutgers.
Yeah, he's a VP, guys. So if you guys have any questions, this is the guy you go to.
No.
Also, and everything.
This is...
you introduced me as a womanizer first, and then MSA VP.
Bro, also, this isn't his good side, by the way.
Oh, my.
He made a very big point of highlighting that. If you
First
zoom in...
of all, I only got good sides. This is my better side, though.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, pause. Dude, this thing is 400 feet in front of us. Okay, now we're good. Okay.
Alright, anyways, what were we just talking about? Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Redbuddies podcast.
No, we're fine. So, yes. Alright. What the hell are we talking? Oh, yeah. We have an update.
Yes.
We have a big update.
So the bad, good news, bad news to some, good news to most is I'm now in front of the camera for most.
Officially
For all the podcasts from now on. Yeah.
Because unfortunately, our previous host Ahmed Mahmoud decided it was in his best interest and everyone's best interest for him to take a step away from now. It was agreed upon to be the best thing for now. It was sad to see him go, but of course he's always he's an official certified Red Buddy, and he'll be coming back. He'll definitely be coming back. But just for now, it's taking a little bit of a hiatus. It could be a long one, it could be a short one, it could be permanent, it could be temporary. We don't exactly know yet. But this is how it's going now. But anyways, moving forward, today's guest is Faizan. So Faizan, listen.
What's up?
Oh, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What do you want to know? Junior, Rutgers student. I'm chilling.
Okay.
Business major. Best school at Rutgers. Business school.
Okay.
You already know.
Okay.
Is that for undergrad too?
I know you guys have a lot of thoughts about that. Yeah, undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
Supply chain major.
Alright, man. Nobody cares about all that.
Yeah, he's trying to flex in the beginning. Yeah.
Listen, Faizan, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Alright, Faizan. You are clearly... Put that down. Put that down, son.
Certified weapons only.
Clearly, you are a womanizer. Alright?
Says who?
You would say that about yourself, wouldn't you?
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
Here and there.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, bro, so let me...
I wouldn't say womanizer. Man.
No, he's just an attractive dude.
I feel like that has a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you let it...
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, if you let it,
Alright.
own it, bro. You're womanizer.
Continue.
Are we editing that one out?
Yeah,
We leaving it, son.
I don't think we've ever blurred anything on the podcast. This may be a first.
This is gonna be the first time for everything.
Oh my god, bro.
Blurred the podcast.
Alright, so anyways, hold up, before we move on, by the way, before I forget, we have a very nice gift from one of our fans. It is a mug and it says Redbuddies on it, and this will be on the desk from now. Wonderful gift. It's gonna be a staple for the podcast now, and I'm gonna drink water out of it.
Yeah. All the gifts that we get from fans will be proudly displayed here, so feel free to send more if you guys want.
Absolutely. But anyways, back to what we were talking about before. Faizan, you're a womanizer. You got a certain taste. Alright, man, but let me ask you, let me ask you some questions real quick.
Yeah, hit me.
Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Alright?
What about it?
Alright, bro. What do you think about your significant other being able to beat the crap out of you?
Nah. That's not gonna happen. If you think about it, bro, if your wife, let's say someone comes and robs your house, and you're standing behind her to beat up the guy, bro, that's not the right way to do it.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, say that again? Oh, you're standing behind her.
Yeah, behind her, yeah.
If she's the one protecting you, you got issues.
Yeah.
My wife's not okay. My wife can be fit. She can be strong, but as long as she's not stronger than me, then it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I saw this thing, like, I saw a conversation like this on, like, Reddit or something. And we already talked about how Reddit is, like, a certain type of person.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, oh, like, they were talking about how people don't find, like, certain women attractive because they're, like, insecure about their own masculinity. It's like, okay, call it whatever the hell you want, but... Like, it is what it is. Yeah. Is it a bad thing? No, I think that's like a normal... I think that's just being a human being. And, like, it just doesn't... What am I trying to say here? It's not a bad thing to have that insecurity.
It's normal.
It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And also, on the other hand, I'm sure Ronda Rousey or whoever the hell is not looking for someone who
scrawny dude.
Yeah. Who she can beat the crap out of. Like, I don't think it goes either way. I don't think a guy wants a significant other that can beat the crap out of him, call that insecurity, whatever. But I also know for a fact that, you know, a woman does not want a guy that's weaker than her.
Yeah.
So then,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then it's just we have to make sure that we specify that it's not for everyone. Some people don't mind the significant other being scrawny, because then with your logic, no one's gonna get with anyone because they're always gonna be looking for the one-up opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but okay.
So some people have to concede. Like, it's not a universal thing. It's just for some people. It's a
some people have to concede.
Yeah.
Look, is the okay? Ready? The set of males and the set of females. The set of males. The average is the average of, like, how strong you are, how much potential you have to beat the crap out of someone.
Like, the average man is stronger than the average woman.
Yeah. So no, I'm talking about Ronda Rousey specifically. So let's say Ronda Rousey wants to get with, like, a really buff dude. That buff dude is most likely going to have the same mentality that I want a wife who's not stronger than me.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd be stronger than Ronda Rousey because he's a really buff dude.
So, okay, but...
No, yeah, so then, like... So do you see what I'm saying? So, like, she's only going to go for guys that are weaker than her, but guys only going to go for girls who are weaker than her. So this
why would she go for guys that are weaker
she goes for guys that are stronger than her.
Why would she do that?
What do you mean, why would she do that?
I thought we were arguing that she wants... I thought you're saying it's fine for women to also want guys who are...
No, they don't want that. Look,
They want their man to be stronger than them.
I don't want...
Generalizing, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I think that's like a...
It's like
I think that's like a...
You know, there are tests online which determine what you're into, and some people are into...
You taking those tests?
Dude, I'm myself... Actually, no, I should not say anything. But yeah, I've heard of those tests. And some people are into being stronger than their significant other, both male and female. It's a thing. So that's why you see, like, some really hot woman.
Okay, but those are like kinks, bro.
Yeah.
Well, kinks
those are like fetishes.
Yeah, but those usually when you're getting to a relationship, you kind of want to satisfy your most dominant fetish, and some people have that. Like, some people, that's why you see all those.
What has the Redbuddies podcast turned into?
Yeah.
We're 7. We already turned into a fetish podcast.
God. What's your most dominant fetish?
Oh my god, no, my point is, like, that's what there's those...
She has to be a TSM fan.
Dude, facts. If my significant other watches League is like a Cloud9 or fan or something, I'm sorry, but it can't happen. But anyway, no, I'm saying, like, that's why there's those hot models who have, like, average significant others, because they're into that. Like, they don't want to be with other hot models. They just want to be with some people who are, like...
Quick side
less
try.
good looking than it. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking. Finish your point.
No, that was my point. They want to be with someone less good looking than them. Cause
okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't think it's about the attractiveness level. I think it's about, like, the freaking...
No,
like,
so you can just substitute attractiveness with strength. It's just like another feature. You get strength is another feature you look for in
it's a feature, but it's not the whole package.
But it's definitely it's definitely a big thing. Like, it's not about being intimidated. Okay. A lot of people criticize guys for saying things like UFC fighters are not attractive or whatever. But it's not about being intimidated. It's about, like...
just not finding them attractive.
Yeah, and also that's not, like, a healthy It's not like a healthy relationship between a man and a woman if a woman can beat the crap out of a guy.
Generalizing,
woman has to-
generalizing here.
Yeah, but we're just talking here, so we can talk. We're not writing a freaking, professional paper, so I can go about generalizing here.
Yeah, we're generalizing. There's some cases where it may be okay. Please don't cancel us, but I'm just covering our bases, man.
Dude, we have like 10 viewers. Ain't nobody canceling us, dog.
I don't know. One day we go famous and people come back to a Redbuddies podcast and we have to womanize their face. Oh my god.
But quick sidetrack that I was going to say before. I remember I was talking to one of my friends. We were just joking. He was like, this was like in our first episode too. We asked Tarek, what if your wife's better than you at Halo?
Yeah. So what if your wife's better than you at Smash?
Wait, so
It's not
somebody...
happening. Guaranteed that's not
Faizan's kind of trash at Smash, so like...
Bro, I'll destroy you.
What if... Okay, you are kind of trash at Smash.
Okay,
But you
dude.
pride yourself being good at Smash even though you're not.
I'm better than you, okay?
Didn't you just lose them?
Yeah.
One
What's
match
going
and I
on
was
there?
warming up. Doesn't count. It doesn't count. Home,
Continuing
home
the point,
field
continuing
advantage.
the point.
Okay,
Alright,
but
what's the point?
let's pretend you're good at Smash for a second.
Okay.
Let's pretend. It's a hard picture to draw.
Yeah.
Well, let's pretend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that's something you pride yourself in. All right, man. Your wife's better than you at Smash. What happens?
I just don't play Smash with her. We're playing other things. We're not playing Smash.
Yo, we Oh my
Yo, most controversial guy so far. This is a Muslim.
What MSAVP? We're gonna have to...
All right, listen.
Okay.
We're gonna pretend like you didn't say that.
Next point.
Look, listen.
Dude, we already got so far.
Can I tell you what happens in that case?
Wow.
Smash is banned from my household.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not-
what I'm saying, man.
Like, it's not even allowed.
Okay.
League of Legends.
He doesn't play League.
Yeah, what if
Okay.
what if your wife's better than you at least?
I'm different from you guys. I don't care. Like, as long as
Bro.
you have a good time.
Man,
it's fine.
man, shut the.
This guy's got no
shut
pride.
the hell
No
up.
pride.
I have pride. There's some things that need me better at than my wife, but like,
Like what?
do I want to reveal it?
Why not?
I mean, I take it back. It's not. I'm not.
What if your wife's a better coder than you?
Please go ahead. Dude, I say this loud. And
Coding is banned.
I say
all
this-
computers are banned from my
I
household.
say this loud and I say this proud. I hate computer science with a passion. Unfortunately, it pays, which is why I'm studying it. But like, if my wife's a better coder than me, go ahead. I'll retire.
What do you pride yourself in?
Okay, fine. Maybe if my wife's better than me at sports, then I'll be kind of mad.
Same.
Yeah, I pride myself in like being good at like soccer, racquetball, those sports, ping pong. Shut the hell up! This sounds like a bench warmer for my team.
Bro, have you ever scored a last minute, 10 seconds left in the game to save an undefeated season? I did. 10 seconds left in the game.
For what team?
NUI soccer.
Dude,
Alright,
anyway,
bro.
Last game.
story.
Okay, last game of the season.
Make it all like cinematic.
All right, yeah. Last game of the season. We're undefeated, right?
Mhm.
We haven't lost.
How many
Stakes
games?
are high.
Undefeated. Two games.
11
Undefeated.
games. 11 games we're undefeated. This is the 12th game of the season.
Okay.
Stakes are high.
Stakes are
Undefeated.
high. We're down. Well, technically, like undefeated because we tied a game.
You're down.
But
You're
we
down.
never
by how
lost
much?
a game.
Undefeated means you never lose. Yeah.
Yeah, we never lost. We're down 4th. We were up. One of our teammates scored an own goal. We're down. Actually, it was tied, and they scored an own goal. So they're up 4-3.
You guys take a timeout at the 88th minute.
There's no
There's no
time.
timeout. This is how you know this guy does not watch soccer.
I used
The
to
only
watch
one thing
So,
goes to
like,
his mind is UFC.
Straight up. Okay, there's literally
Make us up.
there's a minute left. So we're like trying to we're just trying to get a goal.
And your coach looks at you and he's
And
like,
he's like,
Faizan.
now it's time. Bring it out. Yeah. All right. So straight up, the referee's
Yeah.
counting down 10
He
seconds.
goes like, coach, like,
yeah. He gives me the look. You know? 10 seconds.
the look from
the
all
ref
from
is
the
like
right side
10,
bench.
9, 8, 7. Someone crosses it in.
the ref doesn't freaking count down.
No, he's straight up
Oh,
counting
over
down.
there.
Swear to God, he's counting down.
Only
10
high school
seconds
soccer,
left.
man.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
First time, right? And then he's counting down. I think it was either Sami Ahmed or Nur Sagini. Crosses it in. I get my head on that ball.
You?
Yeah, me.
Damn.
Get
when
the
you,
header.
When you jumped up, did
I
like,
jumped up,
time
was like-
slow down?
Yeah, time slowed down. My hair is like
He's looking
flying
up
through
at the
air.
clouds. Can't even see the ball. He
Hits
just
the
looks-
back of the net. Oh my God! Everyone goes crazy. And then like we kick it off. Whistle
Yeah.
blows. Whatever. Game's over. But we're like, yo, let's do extra time because we want to win that game. The other team's like, nah, we're taking a tie. They were scared of us.
You guys get decide?
So yeah, like the refs were like, you guys can decide if you want to go into extra
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
The other team was like, nah, we're leaving here with a tie.
I'm gonna follow you up on
You
that.
finished the whole cinematic story.
Alright.
Your coach came up to you afterwards.
Then that night, Faizan utilized his womanizer skills to the max.
Yeah.
Your coach came up to you after.
Not gonna lie though, after that, I won't say any names. Someone came and like, I really shouldn't be saying this. I might have to cut this out after.
Nah, we keep it, son. We got this.
Someone came, I won't say who, just in case they ever see this podcast, and then they hugged me from behind. Let's just say
my mom.
Yeah, not a mom. Like, yeah, so she came, she hugged me from behind. Let's just say that person got in trouble the next day at school.
But she couldn't even stop
No,
herself.
she wasn't.
She couldn't
She wasn't a
stop
student
herself.
though.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm just saying.
It was definitely his mom or sister.
No, wasn't my mom, wasn't my sister.
It was staff.
I'm not saying anything.
The teachers?
That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Wait, what? Okay, if this video gets 100 likes, then we'll make sure Faizan reveals it.
Yeah, hell no. But yeah,
She can't. She just looks at your face and she can't stop herself.
yeah, it's like literally, I was just like, who the hell is hugging me right now?
You're like, stop! I don't have time for you.
Yeah, I got other people waiting in line.
It's like, Faizan, please just
Yeah.
pay attention to me for 10 seconds.
That was so. My soccer skills are still better than
Okay, I'm gonna.
And then your coach came up to you and he like
Yeah, I mean, like something like that.
looks.
Okay, let's get this.
Okay, my coach was you, man.
What?
My coach was you.
I should motivate his players.
Yeah. He goes to jiu-jitsu. He's like.
I used to
fight.
Do you remember when I used to just like get up real close to? I did it to you a couple times.
Yeah,
You used to get up. Did I did it to you? She used to get up real close. But I have something to tell you. Just.
Yes. You go in their ear.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, that sound is getting recorded. People are gonna feel that in their head. Okay, I'm gonna follow that up with one more story. So same thing, very similar situation. It was our season opener for my senior year, which is supposed to be our best year. Our senior year. So it was supposed to be our best year because me and my best friend finally became seniors, and we're like at the prime of our high school soccer career. We had a really young guy. Like we had a guy underneath us who was really good, and we had a nice young foundation.
You had a guy underneath you.
I'm sorry. We had a junior.
You must know the story, bro.
We had a
I was just
junior
thinking about
who was younger than me, who was also good at soccer. All right.
Man, y'all got some weird soccer stories.
All right. So what? So basically, we were playing a team that was known for being rough, right?
How long was he underneath you? I'm sorry.
Not too long, right?
Man, we're gonna have to cut out. I'm gonna have to get real good.
We're gonna get demonetized before we get monetized. This team's gonna be like, okay.
Go.
So the team is known for playing like very like they're like tough and they shove and push and everything, right? So we're never gonna get through this. We're never gonna get through this.
Rough and tough.
All right, so at the first half ends, and we're down 4-0. So it's atrocious, right? And like honestly, I'm gonna say, I was on that team for 4 years. I can say this, but my God, that team was not. I went to magnet school, so everyone went there because they were nerds.
Were you playing against like?
We're playing against we're playing against South Amboy High School, like regular public high school.
Are they good?
No, they're not that good at all. But like our team was trash. So, but yeah. So the only people who go to my school are like nerds, me included, right? So we don't really have that many good soccer players. So we're down 4-0, and it was supposed to be our season opener. We were supposed to have a really good season. Everyone was disheartened, and like me and my best friend, we're the only two players who played travel soccer at like a high level. So we're like, we know how to do this. It's just that everyone else was kind of bad. So then we decided, you know what, we'll just play with us two. The score was 4-3 at like the 90th minute, right? And straight up, we had nothing left. So I got the ball at our box, at our 18 yards. I dribbled past, no lie, at least like 6 or 7 players. Went to the half line. I saw my friend sprint all the way down from the half line to their 18. And I just chipped the ball like it was magic. Like I just served it so nicely on a silver plate. I chipped it and it stopped, and because I backspin, it just gave a little bounce right at the top of the key. And my friend's a really good shooter, so he just came up and hit it.
Volleyed it?
He half volleyed it. So one bounce and hit it. The ball is going. The keeper is in front of the ball. The ball is at the keeper's same plane of he is, but it's obviously going past him. So his hand is here and the ball is here. The ball goes behind the keeper but did not cross the line yet. At that moment, the ref blows a whistle. The ball crosses the line.
What?
Wait,
Does
what?
not count.
Blows the whistle to end.
No, does not count.
Wait, he can't.
That's not a thing.
Game ends 4-3. Look this up. It's on the record. Game ends 4-3. We're celebrating.
Wait, they're supposed to.
Yeah.
The refs are supposed to let it
the
go.
ref comes down, says it does not count, and the strip just leaves the
Bro,
field.
how much did they pay the refs?
Bro.
Straight up, my friend was just screaming. I straight up sprinted, no lie, at least a mile. Like I just, out of pure rage and anger, I just sprinted past the field, past the parking lot, past the houses that were nearby, and just ran. 'Cause I was furious.
Bro, but he's supposed to wait until it's cleared to the other side or something.
He's like, I don't know what his logic was. His logic was time was up and they don't give extra time in that league at all or anything. Straight up was past the goalie but didn't cross the line because the goalie was in front of the line. And it did not count.
That's
the game
nice.
ended 4-3 and our season, like it was the worst season opener ever because we should have tied that. But like it was just disheartening from there. And like everything else, like we had some really good moments, but I can't even remember that because that moment will always stick out to me. Like, this is why, like, you know how people always say a lot of things about, like American soccer players? Like, we're not that good, Europe is much better, blah, 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 blah. And it's, like, it's not even soccer. People make fun of a lot of stuff. Like, whether it be our, like, freaking League of Legends scene or soccer scene or, like, mathematics scene, stuff like that. It's because, like, the only way to, like...
Shake that.
The only way to make sure that people are, like, developing is to make the fundamentals really strong. But when you have like things that weaker leagues like refs like that who clearly don't give a damn and just want to like get it over with, oh it's 90 minutes, my time's up, I'm getting paid going home, nothing's ever gonna improve. So people, so like without any regulation or anything, like my god, like
They paid that ref.
For sure.
That ref was the
That's
most
ridiculous.
disheartening thing ever that happened to me in a soccer game. Straight up, like nothing beats that.
What's his name?
I don't know, some random white dude. But South End boys full of white dudes, so who knows?
Look for him.
The irony is,
Find him.
I'm friends with a couple people from the team now, like the South Amboy team, and we play like league sometimes, and they remember it.
Oh, they
Like, it
remember.
was just to them it was hilarious. They're like, "What the hell?" Well, all right,
That's
If
crazy.
you live in South Amboy, look around.
yeah, oh my
Do some
god,
hunting.
some white.
Yeah, do
bald-
me a favor. Click on the notes thing. Okay, we're good. All right, what were we talking about? Sorry.
Yeah. So in conclusion, like if you want things to ever improve, right? So like that's what I'm saying. Like my high school obviously wasn't meant for sports, but like for NUI, there's some really good soccer players there. But like if you want it to like become a thing, to people to actually grow and develop and become known for it, you just gotta have the rules in place. And I don't know how much NUI did that, but our school did not have
No,
that.
I knew I was like that too. They didn't care about sports.
Exactly.
Like every time like we go to a soccer game, like most schools they let you out early so like you can go
Exactly,
warm up
yeah.
and stuff. Our coaches would always talk about this. We'd have like a game 4:30 right after school. We'd get let out at like 3:45, 3:30, and it's a half hour away. So you get there, refs like the whole other team's been there for like an hour.
Exactly.
Been warming up, and you get there, you like just warming up, and they blow the whistle to start the game. It's like, how are you gonna start the game off well?
I mean,
it's terrible.
it's because they don't care, but I think they don't realize that like in schools like that, like it's like a hidden treasure. Like a lot of those people are really good. It's just that they have nowhere to expose it. Like public
Exactly.
school, dude. This is why sometimes I regret not going to public school. They're freaking like pep rallies and like home games announcers.
That's the one thing that I always thought about in high school. Like
Yeah,
the whole athletic scene and like
exactly.
that whole scene at public schools is not like that at any private school you'll go to. Actually, some private schools, but not in UI at least, like an Islamic school.
Yeah, no, because some private schools like have their like they're
Yeah.
together. Like some like really like Saint Benedict's like for soccer, like St. Joe's.
I feel like it's just like a Muslim parent mindset as a whole. Like,
Yeah,
sports isn't
sports
as
doesn't-
important.
No, it
Yeah.
is, but it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna send my kids so my kid plays soccer for some rec team and that's it. Like it's
If
nothing.
they care about it more to put on like your college rap
Exactly.
sheet than anything else. They didn't
Exactly.
make of it. Like
which is a shame because
Yeah,
I think the
actually.
Muslim community has like such hidden talents in the sports field. Like sure, and I've only been to like New Jersey, Central Jersey, like Muslim community, and I can't imagine how much people like
yeah,
all other
there's
places.
some real ball players, some real soccer players.
Exactly,
in
yeah.
this area for sure.
Mm.
But it's never a focus.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I actually played soccer for a bit, but I was not good. I played freshman and then JV. I was like not good, but I wish I did freaking wrestling in high school. But that's something that like
Oh, wrestling is like even more niche than like soccer's a
Yeah.
basic sport, but wrestling.
yeah, soccer is something that like your parents should just like kind of
Yeah, they don't care.
into. But wrestling, it's weird, dude. Also, the perspective that like Muslim parents have on wrestling is weird because wrestling is a straight up sunnah, like straight up sunnah.
Like the companions all of them used to wrestle.
It's a sunnah.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, like, parents, from what I've seen, and also my own parents, like, I never really like wanted to do wrestling when I was in high school, but they're just like weird about it. They're like, oh, we don't want to put you in wrestling.
Yeah.
But then now that I started training jiu-jitsu, now I'm like, I freaking wish I wrestled in high school.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's another. I think wrestlers are always like the people who came out of high school doing wrestling. They're usually like jacked.
No, not even just wrestling. People who do sports in general are like, I feel like you become so much better of a person. Like, whether being a wrestler or a soccer player or basketball or anything, you just have that sense of like I don't want to say duty, but like sense of like responsibility. Like, you don't do a sport by half.
Sometimes when I drink too much coffee, I get a sense of duty. And that was a good one, wasn't it? Hey.
Oh, it's alright.
We need like an Arshad fail joke counter like right here.
Is that right?
I'm sure both of you laughed.
Dig it up. We laughed out of pity.
Yeah.
But like, anyway,
it'd be awkward if we didn't laugh.
Yeah. I should just ignored him. Kept going.
What was the one I made before? Oh, wait. You said, sorry.
The rough and tough one?
No. Zarir said...
Oh, under me.
No, not that one. Zarir was talking about how he hung out with his friends. And he was talking about his like fantasy football friends.
Because you play fantasy soccer together.
I was like, hey man, you should stop hanging out with your fantasy friends. You should find some real friends instead.
Ding again. That's two.
Put it up there.
Yeah, that's two. That's another one. Okay. So my main point going back was when you play sports.
This is what I mean. That's why you can't have Zarir sitting next to someone. You need him on his own chair.
Punch me in my rib, bro.
Okay, well, according to my friends, this is my main weakness. Apparently,
your main weakness?
It's my fatal flaw.
Yeah, right.
It's not that big of a deal.
I don't have many flaws, so I'm struggling here.
Yeah, okay.
My fatal flaw is apparently that whenever I sit next to one of my friends and I'm talking and I get very enthusiastic, I just randomly start hitting them. But I never noticed
You'll see it constantly through this video.
Yeah, I never noticed it, but it just happens.
Yeah, keep an eye out for it. It happens a lot.
Yeah, we should have a meter for that. How many times
That was one. But anyway, my point going back, right, was when you play sports, like whether it be wrestling or soccer or anything, it's like you have that sense of responsibility to like perform, like do good. Like, I know people always say like, oh, I'm not playing like hard or I'm like just having fun or whatever, but like I don't care whether you're having fun or anything, dude. Whenever you're playing a sport, you're trying to like do something.
Yeah, that, and also it's like it's better than what kids are doing nowadays, man. Like, it's just a distraction from whatever's going on now.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the biggest things. Like, when I think about it, like what my kids are gonna do, bro, I don't want them playing like Fortnite 10 hours a day. I want them to be outside on a team, like have actual real friends, not like your fantasy friends. You know?
Exactly.
God, yes, I have real friends. I'd like the record to know I have real friends.
No, that's the thing that you said, being on a team.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things.
Not even like, going out and playing sports itself just as an activity is good, but like being a team, like, or being on a team, building that communication, knowing how to be a leader and also how to follow leadership and how to
be social in general. Like being like you have
to be social with a purpose though.
Exactly. Yeah, but like how to like being in a team is like a small subset of what it's like to actually be in society, right? But I feel like just having the experience makes you a freaking better human. Like, rather than talking to your friends on Discord or some random people on Discord, actually communicating with them and doing stuff together helps you grow more as a person, I believe. 100%. I don't know if you guys had experiences, but like I played like a lot of travel soccer when I was in middle school, and my coach was very, very, very strict on that. So like we used to travel all the time and go to hotels and everything, and we had to buddy up and then like talk to each other, like document how our stuff and like discuss in team meetings, and like it was such a professional scene. Like, even though I don't play soccer to that level anymore, I still kept like a lot of the things I learned there, like how to be responsible. And like not everyone's gonna get the opportunity because like that was like
your coach took communication between the team very seriously.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's like, for example, if you look at some of the best teams in the world, some of the best athletes in the world, yeah, they're athletes and they're good at, moving in a certain way, and they have certain IQ when it comes to the actual sport itself. But also, what makes some people and some players impeccable athletes is their ability to work with the team and to
Not only that, is they communicate with the media on a daily basis.
Yeah,
They have to talk in front of so many people on a daily basis. And when they talk in front of them, it's not like, yo, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
He has low IQ. Like, these guys are smart people.
Yeah.
Because of working on a team for that long. They know what to say, when to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes a huge difference.
Exactly. What's it called? So recently I've been playing a lot more pickup basketball, and I was never really great at basketball, but I'm getting better now, and I've been playing a lot with my.
Yeah.
Shut up! Shut your freaking mouth.
You're not that great at basketball, okay?
Neither are you.
Yeah. Let's 1v1.
I'd smack you around.
Oh my god.
Faizan's good.
Bro,
No.
I'll destroy you.
Faizan's good at basketball. He's not good at soccer, but he's good at basketball.
I lost my touch in soccer. Okay, continue.
Yeah, but I beat people that I'm better than in 1v1s just because I just take another pain.
No,
That's
but trust me.
Alright, well
I'll smack you after this. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm honestly kind of down. You don't need that
me
much
too.
light if it's a one-on-one. Alright, we'll do it.
That's how you know he's bad.
Alright, but anyways.
What? You guys can't play in the dark? That's rookie.
No, we'll get one of your headlights on.
Yeah. All right. But yeah,
Anyways,
continue.
what I was saying was, playing these games and playing with people, I realized that one of the reasons why my game wasn't improving before is because if you focus on your own movements too much, if you focus on what you yourself are doing too much, and you lose perception of what's going on on the rest of the court, what's going on with the rest of your team, where people are. If you can't listen, Omar Khatak, I've been playing with him a lot, and he talks a lot, and he verbalizes stuff, he communicates, and I realized, I was that's a big old thing.
Yeah. No,
That's a big old thing.
Another thing about Omar Kotak is you can see that what you just said, verbalizing and communicating. You can see that in his everyday life. He talks very nicely to the people around him, and in a professional setting. Yeah. So whenever we need to go ask for help for some random people, or talk to someone else, he's really good at doing that, which isn't that common amongst our friend group. But what we just said, whatever he does on the court reflects how he is off the court too.
Yeah, it's a big thing, and this is why if you're, I don't think any parents are. I know your parents watch this sometimes, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't think we got any parents really watching any of this, but if you're a parent,
we got the next generation.
We got the next generation.
Yeah, put your kids in sports.
Put your kids in sports.
I feel like on this podcast we talk about a lot of things that would help kids. We've talked about sports, we've talked about public versus Islamic school, right? And we talked
living in Central Jersey versus North Jersey. Bring your kids to North Jersey if you want them to turn
Central
out.
Jersey.
Central Jersey is so much better. Don't listen to this guy.
Central Jersey is where it's at.
Central Jersey,
two freaking soft boys.
Central Jersey, you don't realize
it has everything you need.
Yeah, you don't realize it when you're in it, but looking back now, being nostalgic and looking back, Central Jersey is a pretty nice place to grow up. There's so much stuff here. You have a good, strong Muslim community. You got accessibility to so many things, right? And you don't have the pressure of being the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can go to New York or Philly.
Exactly.
Both
They're right here.
By the way, you remember one episode when you said Central Jersey has just about as many people as North Jersey? You're freaking wrong, by the way.
No way.
You're freaking wrong.
When did I say that?
No, you said that because I remember I was saying it's super populated up in the north. You said this, I promise.
I did?
Yeah. And you were like...
I know, I would agree that I said Central Jersey's populous, but I don't know if I said more populous.
You said just about the same. It's not.
North Jersey's more popular than...
North Jersey has so many more people, dog.
Newark and stuff, all those are bigger cities.
So many more people. And
it's pretty spread out here.
Yeah.
Really?
Compared to the rest of Jersey, yeah, for sure.
Bro, I was just...
I think... Probably right now I think about it, but I don't remember saying that.
I mean, very recently, I went to... Well, my family's home is 2 minutes away from Patterson. You guys know.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes away from the hub of Patterson. So I go there a lot, and I just went there recently, and this was the first time I've been there in a little while because I'd been around here. I was like, holy crap, Zaire is so freaking long.
When did I say this?
I mean, that happens a lot. I have those realizations a lot.
Zaire is so idiot.
What is happening? I'm not... Oh my god, just
It's okay.
flames your ear all the time. Yeah. No, but my point was, I feel like the stuff we say on this podcast, hopefully for the people who watch
can be
it,
beneficial.
yeah, the people who watch it can take this going forward. And I don't know if they'll remember time when the time comes to like make the decision for their kids, but hopefully we influence them in the right way based on like our experiences at least.
Yeah.
Like I think the hardest part for at least our parents, like we're all, are all of your parents first generation?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like our parents came here with like little to nothing, right? And no one was here to kind of guide them along the way in a new country and everything. So I feel like even though it might seem like rough and like we might think back and be like, oh man, why did we do this or why didn't we do this or stuff like that? Like there weren't really got podcasts and like we're all 90s kids, I guess, 2000s, 90s. There were no podcasts
Yeah,
back then.
there wasn't Redbuddies podcast, but
Yeah.
now we are the shining light
Now
in
we're
the
here.
darkness. Now we're here.
All you need is Redbuddies podcast.
Listen to
Yeah.
the voice of reason.
Exactly, but now there's so many resources out there, whether it be from like community members or like freaking forms of entertainment like us. But like now, hopefully going forward, the next generation can be smarter. But like
Yeah.
we don't blame the previous generation.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I want to. I know we like sidetracked, but I want to go back to this really quick. Do you remember the whole? This might be a whole fat segment that we might have to end up clipping out based on how this conversation goes, but. Okay, the thing I was talking about with Ronda Rousey and all that. And
Good lord.
hold on. I'm going back. We're gonna start a new conversation.
Okay.
If we have to clip this out, we have to clip it out.
Okay.
But okay, you guys know. I saw this thing. Okay. First of all, I see a lot online about how. Let me pedal back a little bit. Let me say what I saw and what triggered this thought process. First of all, I saw this thing online that was like, it's weird that there's a double standard about when girls are or when women are domestically violent towards men versus when men are domestically violent towards women.
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard. That
Yeah.
incident?
No, I don't think it was that. Now, people always cite how there's different reactions to both. I want to say as a disclaimer before we go into any of the rest of this conversation, 100% they are both despicable actions, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Domestic violence on either side is a despicable action.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who does it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
yeah.
But people are saying that there's double standards. Yes, there are double standards. Double
Define.
Double standards in what sense?
Yeah,
double
what sense?
standards
Yeah, I'm
when it
confused.
comes to
Well, so what are the standards? What's the difference? Like for
Okay.
men, it's this, a woman is that, or what?
okay. So here's why people say they're double standards, because when a woman is accused of domestic violence, perhaps she gets a much shorter sentence. Perhaps she gets much less punishment.
So do you have any
Perhaps
proof of this, or
people-
is this just like a Reddit user's?
No. This is. I mean, this is kind of like this happens in society.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
I kind of.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, but yeah.
And then also the other thing on the public opinion sense is that the woman does not get as much hatred, and on the other side, basically the double standard is that for men is basically the opposite, where they get a real bad after it happens.
Mhm.
Now, again, like I said, both are despicable actions, but double standards exist not for no reason, because at the end of the day, if a guy wanted to beat his wife, he could probably just kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it kind of makes sense that a double standard exists. Is it now? Am I saying that?
Wait, hold on. So your point?
My
So reiterate the point.
My point is that it makes sense to a certain degree. First of all, people talk about double standards in general when we're talking about males and females. Yes, there are double standards for good reason a lot of the times, because men and women are not the same. So therefore, there will be different standards for both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when I'm talking about this domestic violence issue, it does kind of make sense that there are more severe punishments for guys that are abusive towards their significant other,
Mm-hmm.
or females. It makes sense because there's more at hand and there's a lot more damage that can be done when a guy does it, and also they're just more potent and they have that ability, they have that power. So the justice system has to be more punitive.
So my question is why? What do you think? What more damage do you think the guy can do? Like just physically is able to do more, or like what more?
Yes. Okay. A woman. I'm gonna stop reiterating this so many times, but I feel like I'm gonna say it one more time. Again, very despicable action. But when a woman is domestically violent towards their counterpart, it's usually a sign that they're abusive, like as a person. But unless they have like a weapon, they probably won't be able to do much physical damage to a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
A guy, on the other hand, can beat the pulp out of his wife.
Yeah.
And she will not be able to defend herself for the most part. A guy can defend himself.
So I think the issue with that, I agree with what you're saying that both acts are despicable, but I want to go back and say that there should not be a double standard. I think that they should both be held to the same amount. Like there shouldn't be any leniency of anything. Because my whole point is the weapon thing, the physical thing is kind of debatable because you can grab like I can grab the goddamn switch and like my any girl can grab a switch and like kill you with it or anything. Like it's not that hard to like inflict pain onto another person. I think with how people live nowadays, like there's so much stuff around. I don't give that. The only thing I will give though is that like the way society like views it, like oh shit, but like the way it's viewed in the sense that if men are expected to do like be like a certain way, and if you let like a woman beat you up, you're kind of like a sissy. Like I feel like that's the issue here. It's not the issue whether that like the men are more capable of inflicting damage. I feel like everyone, if they want to, can inflict the same amounts of damage.
I feel like the difference is when a man inflicts pain on a woman versus when a woman inflicts pain on a man is the emotional aspect of it too. So like when a man like let's say beats his wife, she's gonna be in a lot more not only physical pain but emotional pain from the man beating the wife. But if a girl like beats a man, the emotional damage isn't gonna be as bad as if a man beats a wife.
Why do you think that? I'm just speaking in your brain.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that is just like when you think about it, like if a guy like just in general, like say a guy slaps a girl, right?
Yeah.
The way that's viewed is just like
it's a power.
Yeah, it's like a power thing. Like this, like the man usually has more power over the woman. So like if the woman like hits, it's like whatever. It's like she has less power than me. It's fine. It's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
So in terms of emotionally, so I feel like in that way the double standard can be made because the emotional pain isn't the same.
So my only I'm just gonna assume the role I usually take in these arguments of the more progressive liberal side, whatever. So just it doesn't reflect my opinions, but I'm just doing this to incite conversation.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So like, do you think that dynamic of the men having more power? Do you not think that that's the problem of the in creating the double standard, or
no, dude? Because at the end of the day, when you talk.
I understand that. So before you say anything, I understand that that's the way it is right now, and it's just that the way it is. But do you not think that we should acknowledge that is a problem?
Well, it's not. It can be a problem if it's abused.
Yeah.
If now, first of all, power can mean a lot of things. There's physical power,
monetary.
There's financial power.
Yeah.
There's so on and so forth. Now, when we're talking about physical power in this sense, which we are. If we're talking about is it wrong that men are physical, that's just like when you're talking about one person being more powerful than the other, being more potent than the other, a man just is more physically powerful than his
I agree.
female counterpart. And so what Faizan was saying was, okay, if a man is beat by a woman, which can happen. Now, obviously, that's a really bad thing. Now, is the thing that should happen that he gets law enforcement on them? Typically, I don't think that's necessary unless there's weapons.
So you don't think that if a woman beats, if a wife beats,
I take that back. I don't think the damage is so severe that a man can feel like he's being physically overpowered by a woman. Like, I don't think that can happen, but I think what can happen is that he feels like she is an abusive person, and then he leaves her. I think that woman is still, first, of course, like I said a million times, I just want to keep repeating it just so that
like he's still
clear,
not powerless in that situation. Like, it happened, like he got abused, but like he has the ability to just like leave her, you know what I mean? Like, if it happened the other way around, where the woman, sometimes she's financially dependent on him, so she can't just like leave him, so that also makes a huge difference.
She's financially dependent. I know a lot of cases where, dude, straight up, a woman has stayed in a relationship or whatever, or kept her mouth shut because, look, man, first of all, if you're, let's say your wife is using, again, no weapons, let's say she's using her own physical body and like beating you to talk. This is kind of like a dark conversation, but like we'll keep going. But let's say that's happening, and a man almost never has to be like, oh damn, I need to shut up now and I need to behave myself in front of my wife because she's gonna beat me, because she can't really do much. She can't. But a woman definitely is oftentimes put into a situation where she's like, I need to watch my mouth. I need to watch what I say, because I'm gonna get beaten into a pulp, or my kids are gonna get beaten into a pulp, or my whatever, which is a sad thing. And I think that's why it makes sense for the justice system to be more punitive towards a man being physically abusive to his wife. Does that make sense?
No, I get the point you're trying to make, but like the only thing I'm wondering is the solution to hold one more accountable than the other, or just hold them both at the same level? Because you keep saying justice system, and I'm thinking like how we should think. Like, I'm just saying like, because if someone goes around and says, oh yeah, my wife beat me, right? Most people would think that husband's a wimp, right? Which is a societal problem. Like, that should not be the case. Like, that's what I think, at least. That it should be held. There shouldn't be a double standard. Rather, there should be an extreme like consequence for both, regardless of gender.
I don't know though, because is there a different consequence when you use, like a, what's it called, like a 45 milliliter?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. In terms of like, there's a difference. What kind of, like, if you use a gun to it, like if you have like an AR-15 versus you have a baseball bat. Exactly. Like, a lot of times if the man is being the abusive one, it's comparable to the AR-15. But if the wife is being the abusive one, it's more like a baseball bat. Yeah. It's like you'd have, like, it hurts differently. One kills, the other one will give you a bruise. Exactly.
That is fair.
They're different. You can technically look at
the physical damages and stuff. Obviously, that's that's one way to look at it. But I feel like it has to go deeper than that. Like, it's not only like how he got hurt physically, but emotionally it's a bigger difference in terms of how emotionally hurt the man is versus the woman.
Yeah. And this isn't when a woman, I kind of made this point before, but I want to like say it better. When a woman is abusive towards her husband, her significant other, whatever, it's usually like there's a problem there, and it exists with like her as a person. Now, I'm not saying men can't find themselves in abusive relationships where they feel like they're being manipulated and controlled. I just don't think that happens through physical means as much. But I think on the flip side, when physical means are used by a man against a woman, the woman can very much so feel controlled and feel like she's on the opposite end of a power dynamic, and that is very lopsided.
So I want to continue that point and pivot slightly, right? So I agree.
We can pivot out of this too.
No. So I agree. Like, physically, like the men can cause more harm, right? Because that's just how it is. Like, the difference between genders and whatever, right? Strength wise, but I'm trying to think how I pivot this nicely. I want to hone in on what I said before, right? So just like you said, right, the emotional damage caused to the woman is much more than what will most likely be caused to the man. So I wanted to question why
emotional
is that?
And physical. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so physical, fine. I agree. Like, I think the men can cause more physical damage, right? The AR-15 baseball bat, very nice analogy. I agree. Now, going to next point, right? So you're saying that the man can, the way if a man hurts a woman, like the emotional damage is also much more, right? So now I want to question, why is that? Is that also just because he's a man and I'm a woman, or is that because of how people are forced to like be as their role in like in a male female society?
That's a very
right?
good and nuanced question.
So like I want to go to this question solely because I think Faizan would know this. Cowboys quarterback. Is it Cowboys? Prescott is on what
Dak
team?
Prescott.
Yeah, Dak Prescott, I think, is a Dallas Cowboys quarterback. So he came out and like he said that he's been suffering from depression. His brother died.
His brother
right?
committed suicide. Yeah.
Committed suicide, and then like he's been going through some stuff. I don't know everything. I just saw a random tweet, and then the thing that happened was one of the commentators. His name is Skip. What's his real name?
Bayless?
I only know
Bayless.
Skip Jobless because that was trending. Because that was trending.
Skip Bayless is a freaking troll.
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
No,
he's
but-
a real. He's a
No,
real.
yeah, but he's a troll. Like he's just known to be.
no, but
one.
so that's the thing.
Yeah, he has dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So his opinion was, I get that Dak Prescott's been suffering, but you have to understand that he's put in the position as the leader of the nation's team, and because he's in that position, I don't feel any sympathy for him that he said that he's going through depression. So now we have people like that, right? And like, as much as we hate to admit it, a lot of society would agree with that.
Now,
Like,
is that to some degree just Skip Bayless being Skip Bayless?
I know he came on defending himself. I'm pretty sure. Did he not?
I didn't.
I like he said that what he said was
No, but when he says these things, he's being serious when he says.
Yeah.
it. It's not like he's just messing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like he says this on his
Yeah,
show.
yeah, no, I
but
know, I know.
that's my point. So like society views how the man should be in a lot of situations, and like we often say that, oh yeah, when a woman gets hurt, like, oh my god, it's a woman, she's gonna have so much emotional damage and it's gonna hurt her. And for men, when that happens, you just gotta suck it up, bro. Like, be a man. Like,
Yeah.
why is that the case? Why, like, by us normalizing it, right? I think that's a very big problem. And like if we need to become more open, I think, with talking about these sensitive issues and recognizing that just because you're a man doesn't mean that you're not allowed to like
Yeah.
have those emotional feelings.
I'm glad you brought this up, because I think the way that someone could have heard what we were talking about before was to make a similar conclusion.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
want, and I'm glad you brought it up, because I don't want you to make that conclusion. I don't want you to come out of what we talked about before and think that if a man has a certain problem or finds himself in an abusive, in any abusive situation or any, mentally taxing situation, that they should get over it. That's not what I'm saying. I do think, all I was saying before is that a double standard between domestic violence done by females and men and males should exist, maybe because they're different crimes. Now, again, what the male is going through, Skip Bayless saying that thing, I think everyone can kind of agree that was pretty ignorant of him.
Yeah, like that's just
That's just dumb.
Yeah, like it's stupid. And what the Cowboys quarterback, whatever he was saying, is obviously.
So his reasoning was that he's like, I want to be a symbol for other young men.
Yeah, it shows like true strength.
Yeah, exactly. Like he is the freaking quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. He has so many eyes on him, and for him to come out in public and say like,
Why does this show true? I agree with you, but sorry, you can.
So if Faizan wants to explain, he can. But like,
true strength.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of something like that, like he's in a position like Zaria, you were saying, like he's at this Dallas Cowboys quarterback. He's expected to be a certain type of person, a certain type of personality. But for him to come out and like say that, like, I've been going through all of this, like a normal person that would just bottle it up, not say it, and that's probably the easier thing to do at times.
Yeah.
But like to come out and actually like put yourself out there is actually the stronger thing to do.
yeah, like he made himself so vulnerable, and which is when I first heard of it. Unfortunately, the way I heard of it was through the Skip Bayless thing, right? But when I first heard what Dak Prescott did, like that made me happy in the sense that there are a lot of young, not even athletes, but like young people who just look up to him as like a role model. And if you see like if I see like thinking LeBron James come on TV and be like, so this it's okay to be sad, like get help, blah, and I'm a young kid, like I would be really proud and I'd take that to heart, right? Because he's in a position of power and he makes that influence. So seeing that made me happy, because I think it's a matter of time that we normalize it in society, that men are allowed to have feelings, and it's not about bottling it up, rather being able to like understand it and learn from it.
Yeah.
But like by Skip saying that, it kind of like, now you have some fools who also agree with him and then take away from what Dak Prescott said.
By Skip saying it, there's that opinion is there.
Exactly, right? So,
and you know, I was. This is kind of okay. A couple of days ago, this must have been 2 days ago. I don't know if any of you saw, but I made a little. I saw.
Yeah.
By the way, if Daniel Khan, I know he actually follows Redbuddies podcast, dude. I love you so much, man. He's such a great dude.
Is he the guy in your story?
He was the guy on my story. I saw some more of his stuff. I've also seen him talk at that one Silru event. He's a great guy, and the work that they're doing is incredible. Yeah, the work that they're doing.
Some of the people who don't know, you want to explain it?
Yeah.
So so the post that he made was about ICNA Relief, which is like this Islamic. How would I describe it? Islamic charity organization. They put out a video. Well, he put out a video on behalf of the organization about suicide awareness and Suicide Awareness Week, encouraging people to talk about it, encouraging people to make write a little something, you matter, and show it to the camera, which is amazing. Great work, right? I saw that and I felt a little urge to make a little thing. And I got some people kind of talking they DM'd me, and there wasn't anyone who DM'd me yet. I hope there are people. There wasn't anyone who DM'd me about any problems they themselves were going to, but they DM'd me just to talk about what I was talking about, right? And one of the things that I talked to one person about was like, there's this idea and this stigma that if you go to get help when you have a mental illness, it is a sign of weakness. But when you have a cold, are you weak for going to get medicine?
Exactly.
Now, obviously, we look at these two things in a different way, but should we?
Exactly. Like a mental illness is the same thing as any other illness. Like you should try to get help for it. Like that cold analogy is beautiful.
Yeah. That's
and eventually, inshallah, I hope one day, friends going to pick up your cold medicine will be as prevalent as your friend being there for you when you have a mental problem.
Exactly.
And that's what we hope to get to, right? So people like Skip Bayless ain't helping that.
So the point I want to bring up is, like, the Muslim community, like, I'm going to be honest here, is not the most progressive, right? Like, we have a lot of conservative beliefs, but I'm really happy to hear what you just said, and, like, what he's doing on behalf of ICNA Relief. Like, this notion of, like, of the separation between mental illness and physical illness and all that, it's like, it's kind of, I guess you would say, progressive. Like, it's not like people like Skip Bayless still exist, and it's probably make up a majority of, like, or not even a majority, but make up a significant portion of the population, right? But I'm happy that, like, ICNA and, like, our community is taking the steps towards normalizing, like, the acceptance and, like, the treatment of mental illness, right? And like the first step is like was that post made for like a certain day, or was it
Suicide Awareness Week?
It was, right? Yeah. So like, just make, like, I just want to say this on this podcast right now, but like, for the people who have friends, right? Just make sure.
People who have real friends and not fantasy.
God damn it. No, damn, I'm trying to be serious and everything. But anyway, just check up on your friends. Like, I know, like, for me, when like a lot of my friends are like really nice, and I'm really thankful for them, because they'll check up on me and like, hey, how are you, and like stuff like that. And I don't think a lot of people do that nowadays. Like, when was the last time you just messaged a friend and said, hey, dude, what's up? Like, you didn't ask them to do anything for you. You didn't say, let's hang out or anything. You just asked them, how are you?
Ulterior motive.
Exactly. Yeah. But when's the last time you asked, how are you today? Like, those simple words, like, believe it or not, they make a difference in someone's life. And like, I encourage whoever's watching and like your friends, like, go out and do that to your close friends or people you know, because that one sentence can go a long way in improving people's moods, encouraging them, and making them go through life. Like, all of us here and all of us watching and all of us in the world will eventually go through something that will make you depressed, right? and it's gonna seem so dark then, and just like 3 or 4 words from some person you haven't talked to in a while goes a lot. So I just want to make sure people do that.
And also there's also this. I like to consider myself and view myself like just someone who is like maybe this is just in my head, but I like to just like embrace like masculine energy and stuff like that. I like to be like
he's a goddamn capitalist.
I like to be like a friggin'
yeah.
Like I like to be like a friggin' man.
The rugged individual.
But we don't have to separate caring about.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to separate caring about mental health from that. You can still be that.
You can wrestle your boy and ask how he is. At the
Yeah,
same time.
just like while you're on top.
While you're pinning him, yo, how are you?
What's going on, son? How you liking this position?
God damn.
We'll talk about mental health. Let's talk about the health of your freaking shoulder joints. Son.
Oh man.
No, but for real.
Shout out to Hakan.
Oh.
I don't know.
Bad story. Yeah, he freaking broke
broke
that.
Yeah, he dislocated shoulder. Shout out Onis.
Yeah.
Isn't dislocating your shoulder like not bad? You just pop it back in.
Nah, it was bad. His was bad.
Oh, I guess like all the doctors.
It's pain. No, this
His was bad though.
You should have said that to the doctors. All these people with like
pop it back
15 years of medical. Imagine like a whole room.
I'm so confident that you do that. They literally pop back in.
Yeah, it depends on like what.
If it's just simple dislocation, they didn't like twist or anything.
If they like tore their labrum and it's falling around the freaking socket, then you can just pop it back. Pop right out.
They all take off their uniforms. They're like, Samir, take this. You deserve this. What was I saying before? Oh yeah. I don't think that we should have to separate like being like a manly man from caring about the Prophet ﷺ. Our for any non-Muslim viewers, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We say peace and prayers upon him. He was a man of men, the man of men.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very tuned with his own and the people around him, their mental health, their emotional health, all these things. You don't have to separate these two things. You don't have to. Caring about mental health does not have to be synonymous with like being a little whatever. What?
Being a wuss.
Yeah, being a little wuss. It's important.
Yeah.
If like, it's just something that's wrong, and you want to fix the thing that's wrong.
Yeah.
You're not. Is it wimpy to, like I said, the cold thing? Is it wimpy to address things that are wrong? No.
If anything, I think it should be more masculine, considering the fact that you're going against what a lot of people think of you. Because a lot of people will look down on you, but you having the strength and bravery to look out for your boys or your friends or whatever, or like even look out for yourself, like that's just like respectable thing.
Yeah.
And like guys should not be.
I think the problem nowadays is people don't have friends. It's all these online friends. Fantasy. No, seriously.
No, like, that's actually
Go ahead. Yeah, talk about that.
People like, you know how we talked about the team sports things. That's a lot of your friends come from that.
Exactly.
From that area, but now it's just like everyone's inside, playing like video games, Discord, whatever. And you don't have any real friends, and that's where a lot of this depression and mental illness comes from. Is you don't have someone to talk to. You don't have these people to go to. So I think that's the first step. Like, get yourself some friends. Real friends.
So expand on that so now everything's going virtual. We've kind of talked about this before on the podcast, but what do you think? So like I think it's the same. It's like kind of the same.
What would you recommend to like a dude who just plays Fortnite all day?
Yeah, it's hard now because you got everything's online, but like just Zoom meetings, I don't know. Like
I think
still
I think virtual friends can be fine, right? Like you can
to an extent. I think it's
exactly
fine.
No, not even. I think you should like some rando in your Fortnite like team. Yeah, obviously you shouldn't just go rant to them about your daily problems and stuff. But like some friends you can make online are like real nice people.
Definitely.
And like don't count it out. Like it's rough now, obviously. But if anything, that just means that if you find an opportunity to get to know a dude, and like he seems pretty chill, take advantage of it. Don't be shy. Like you don't know. Like nowadays, like you just gotta find the people who you have. And I'm gonna be honest. Like this was me at the beginning of quarantine. I high-key ignored, like, most of my friends because I was just like, if I don't see them, then why the hell do I care? But, like, mid-quarantine came... Give me a second. mid-quarantine came, and then I'm just like, all I'm doing is working 40 hours a week, freaking doing homework on the weekends, and I have no points in my life. So then I started reaching out to the boys again, like and talking. But recognize that, like, don't shut yourself in, just because there's no one like saying, hey, yo, let's meet up and talk. Like, it's also a lot of it, some responsibility falls on your own shoulder that you should make an effort to connect with people.
Hey, and hey, if you're playing League of Legends, for example, play with friends.
Yeah.
Go ahead, play League of Legends. Play with friends.
It's more bearable if it's with friends. Like,
yes.
You'll have a better time with friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And to a certain degree, League can still be like fun and you can focus on it alone.
No, like video games in the past were like a social thing because you
Exactly.
had to go to each other's houses.
Yeah.
You set up 4 players on the console.
Right.
You used to do like 4v4, 8-player Halo. Like that's still a social activity.
Yeah.
Video games are fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're having fun. But nowadays it's like you don't even know who you're playing with.
no,
Yeah,
just solo
yeah.
grinds. I just
Yeah.
want to get my rank and I'm done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's solo
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, any game, we talked about team games before. If you can have a team game that's, you know, like League of Legends is a team game. Any team game where you're talking, play with your friends, communicate with them.
Yeah.
You know what? Try really hard to win. Dude, that's
Exactly,
a
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
winning
big
helps.
one.
Winning helps.
Winning helps.
Winning helps.
Winning makes the game pretty
Winning makes
fun.
everything better.
dude. Like, okay, you know how like people play like a lot of people play League and they're like, oh, I just play for fun. It's not fun for me if I'm just playing for fun.
Yeah, that's a lie. They're playing for fun, but they don't want to lose.
It's not fun if you're losing.
Yeah, it just isn't. And it's also when you're trying, you're just in that state. Like, you know, when we're playing sometimes and we're playing like, he'll support me. We're playing like,
Oh, Lord.
you know what these things are, right?
Yeah.
Like ADC or something. You know when I'm like yo, this person, focus, Jenna.
You know what I'm thinking? Like, one of our best moments, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing. Do you remember when, like, the follow-up stun? You know, when I was playing your Syndra support?
Oh, yeah.
The best moments are when you have, like, brief,
Pure,
like pure communication, and it just, like, works in
And you're just
sync.
on the same wavelength, like, yo.
Exactly.
Like, the moment I'm talking about is, like, I stunned, he followed up, and then I followed up with another thing, and it was just, like, the guy couldn't even do anything. He was just dead. He was dead on my screen from the first second. But, like, things like that happen
You know,
when you
play games.
when you play with your friends.
Play games with your friends. You know, play Smash with your friends. Get good at Smash first, and then play with your friends.
Yeah, I feel like the older generation of gamers, like they don't have that problem as much.
Exactly.
It's
I
more
also
they,
hate that word, gamers. It's just like,
Wow.
I mean, it's just like it's a word. It's like you use that word, but it just has this like.
it has. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But because
Like you're a loser. if you're- Yeah, I know.
Continue.
But yes, if you're like the older generation, I feel like they don't have that much problem because we started off. You have to play with someone. You go to their house and play.
Right.
Now kids, every single person has their own console, and they kind of just play
Well,
online.
I know a lot of people. All they were like 3-4 brothers. They all had different consoles.
That's crazy to me.
That's insane. I never had a console, by the way. We talked about this before, but I only had a PSP.
You smell good, by the way.
Thank you. Old Spice.
Old Spice.
But the only thing I've ever had in my life was a damn PSP, and my friends have like the Xboxes and the PS
Halo on
PlayStations.
Xbox 360. Halo
Dude,
3
what
Xbox
the-
360.
This is why I can't play controller. By the way, I'm not good at a single controller game.
player.
I cannot do a single controller game. Like, it's impossible for me. I can only do WSAD from Minecraft. Like, that's it.
Dude, remind me afterwards so I can show you the clip of when he was talking about his PSP and his uncle.
Yeah. I gotta see
Wait,
that.
was that never released?
No, we released that. But I'll show
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
But all right, let's do a quick segue. So, video games.
Faizan, what shows are you watching?
Wait.
Yeah, I
had something.
Okay, mama, take it back. Cut this out.
All right, son.
Yeah.
So Faizan, like we said, he's a womanizer.
How
But you
We're
don't limit
already back to
himself.
this.
You don't
You weren't
limit
here on the first
himself.
episode. Our first episode, the first point was that Twitter is going virtual or something, and that's really bad. Straight up, this man said no lie at least 11 times in that like, just so guys, Twitter.
Guys kept cutting me off.
It was so annoying.
Can I tell you something real quick? Can I tell you something?
We need the r/Redbuddies
Arshad likes to
podcast.
emphasize things, you know?
Can I tell you something?
What?
Can I tell you something?
Twitter's going
One of my
virtual.
biggest pet peeves, like period, ever. Ask Faizan this because he's been in like meetings with me.
People
Being
cutting you off.
interrupted.
Why are you looking at me?
You guys have a problem going forward. I'm just drunk. You're
He's
a
just
new
staring-
host after
He's
this.
staring deep into my eyes and says,
I cannot stand being interrupted. Like I will like no, but it's different also in a podcast setting. I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a podcast setting, you should be a little.
It's a give and take. Like,
It's a give and take.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go on a monologue for 15 minutes.
exactly.
But like if I'm like straight up in the middle of a sentence, and then someone changes, if you're like on the same flow as me,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, when two people have a conversation, is that considered them interrupting each other? No, it's
Yeah.
just them having a conversation.
Yeah.
But they're on the same flow. They're on the same idea. But if I'm just like talking and I'm telling a story, this happens so often. Ready? Someone's just like on their phone while I'm telling the story, and they're like, "Yeah, did you guys see what XYZ posted?" And then I stop telling the story because I'm like, "No, you don't deserve to hear this anymore." What was
What
it?
were you gonna say?
So you're a womanizer, not, but you don't limit yourself to any one nation.
I thought he was about to say you don't limit yourself to women, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like, excuse me.
he's like, man, now
What's
he's
going on
too.
here?
I mean, hey, the things you were saying before this
Hey,
podcast.
yeah, all had to do with women. First of all, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to go on record that Faizan has only dealt with women in the past. That is
I
it.
thought you were gonna say something
No,
else.
no, I wasn't even talking about that.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not
But
gonna. talk
anyways,
about
you're a
that.
womanizer not only in the States,
In the States,
but also in
The sheets.
Costa Rica. You
Oh,
want to tell us some Costa Rica stories?
Oh,
You don't have to tell.
no, I won't tell that one.
Mhm.
Not that
The
one.
only if this video gets a million likes.
Yeah, only once this video gets 1 million views, I'll release the story.
We're gonna hold that.
Yeah, sure.
Dude,
That's
make
fine.
this. Dude, kill this story. Make it like cinematic.
It's amazing story.
It's a good story.
Are you gonna tell the? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
The
story.
beach
only-
one? Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, a couple of us guys.
Don't
in
interrupt.
Costa Rica.
It's
in
good.
Costa Rica.
I'm,
Nah, if you guys have something to chime in, just chime in.
I might add to the cinematic.
Yeah, yeah. Cinematic needs some.
Yeah, go
All right, so a couple of us guys, some of my friends, longtime friends, we're in Costa Rica. Probably the second or third day there, right? So we rented a car from like San Jose, and then we drove 3 hours to this like beach city, Manuel.
San Jose, Texas.
Not San Jose.
And on the
San
way,
Jose, Costa. Yeah.
and on the way to the beach.
San Juan. I don't remember.
Who'd you go with?
It was me, me, Adam, Alian, Uthman, Yusuf, and Nur Saeed.
And on the way to the beach,
No.
Noor Sayed in the back, he goes, "Guys," and they're like, "Noor, are you okay?" He starts shaking. He's like, "I don't have a good feeling about this."
just to start off.
Adding some spice to the story.
Yeah.
The clouds are gloomy,
It's
and there's
climactic.
there's an-
Foreshadowing.
there's an ominous thunderbolt far away. But
So we just went on a boat, and then we're like, all right, let's hit the beach. We'll go do some surfing. So the beach is there's everything's on a mountain, and to get to the beach, you go down this road, this just gravel road, right? So the only way to get there is you have to a 4x4. So our car was like a 4x4, it's like a
It's kind of hot.
crossover
Kind
SUV.
of like guys that ride around in the 4x4.
Yeah. Anyways, so
he's a
then we.
womanizer, not a manizer.
Yeah, wrong gender. Okay. so we get down to the beach, and there's this guy there. He's taking money for parking. He's like, yeah, just give me some money. He's literally just sitting there on a beach chair. I was like, yo, this guy's probably scamming us. So I was like, whatever, give you the money. So we give me, Yusuf, and Adam want to go get surfboards.
Wait, he's just sitting on the beach chair and he's like, "Give me some money."
and he's in the parking spot area. He's like, yo,
like a
if you-
freaking
if you-
troll toll type.
if you're gonna park here,
Exactly,
you have to pay me.
Or like straight up like a troll toll.
Yeah, straight up. He's just I was like, it's kind of sus, but whatever.
Yeah.
He's cool. So then me, Yusuf, and Adam, we want to go get surfboards. So it's far along the beach. So we give our bags and stuff to Alian and Noor. So they have I put my stuff, my phone. I put my phone in their bag, and some other Adam put his phone in the bag. So we go.
Which ended up saving you later, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, don't spoil.
I just
it.
wanna add-
Don't spoil the story, man.
Alright, stop talking. Stop talking.
I
Cut
just
that part out.
Yeah.
I just cut that part out.
I just want. No, look. Here's
Yeah,
what I'm doing.
yeah, I got
I'm just
you.
throwing in a little. Because I said saving you later. Now everybody's like,
What?
No, okay. I'm gonna tell you this right now. These guys have said this story to every single hot chick. Every single.
This is the go-to story.
Anytime they try to impress
Yo.
anyone, this is the story. They're
Yeah, you
masters.
guys watch Friends?
Yeah.
You know the time where the backpacking in Switzerland. You know what I'm talking about?
"No."
Okay, forget it. Anyways.
No, what was
This
the
is-
point? So we have some friends.
This is the backpacking in Switzerland story, pretty much. If anyone watches
This
Friends,
is
you know.
Faizan's pickup for
Yeah. So no, my point is these guys have said it at least 50 times. They're masterful story.
Rica?
Yeah.
No, these guys have said
wanna
it
hear about
50 times. They're masterful storytellers. So just enjoy it in its beauty.
Anyways, all right. So
Alright, go.
I had my wallet on me to pay for the surfboard. So like we got our surfboards. I'm
Oh,
lugging
he
that.
pays too.
I'm lugging that
he's
giant
paying.
surfboard back to where Alyan and Noor are, so we can put the rest. Like Yusuf has his bag on him. He's trying to give it to them so that we can go surfing.
So the setting.
So like this beautiful beach, nice waves,
Yeah.
Costa Rica, jungle around you, mad nice. So like we see Alyan and Noor swimming, and they're like having the time of their lives. We're like, yo, where the bags at, right? Like we scream to them.
So you gave all the bags to Alyan and Noor before you went surfing.
Yeah,
You,
like-
Yusuf.
No, they had their own bags, and we just put our stuff in their bags. So
Okay.
like my phone's in his bag, Adam's phone is in the bag.
Alyan
Adam-
and Noor's back.
yeah,
Okay.
and Yusuf has his own bag on him.
Okay.
So he has his phone and stuff on him,
Okay.
right? So we asked him like, yo, where are the bags at? So they're like, yo, it's right down there. It's like right like they're
You asked
they're in the water.
You asked who?
Alyan and Noor,
Okay.
where the bags are, where they left the bags. So
The
they're in the water, and they said they just point straight, like right there. So like we start walking there, and I see there's a towel there. I was like, and then I go up to it, there's nothing there. I was like, yo, where the bags at? Like I scream again, and he's like, yo, it's right there. I was like, I'm looking at the towel that we brought. There's nothing on this towel. And then he's like, he runs out of the water. Him and Noor both run out of the water.
These guys are all jacked, by the way. So you can imagine that.
And
scene
we're all
how-
shirtless as well.
Yeah.
If you want to
Imagine that scene. If you've seen
For
the
the
NUR
viewers,
dudes.
you know. Anyways,
MSAV.
so they run out of the water and they come to the towel and there's nothing there. They're like, we put our stuff here. Where the hell did it go? So then like we start freaking out. I was like, yo, my phone was in that bag. He's like, my phone and stuff were in there too. So we're all like, what the hell just happened? So then the guy that we parked at, he's like, yo, 2 people just came, stole all your stuff, and like they took their motorcycle back up the hill.
Oh, so he was helping you.
The
then.
scammer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the scammer, he's
Control
like
tool.
telling us where
Yeah.
it is. So then we're like, oh crap, we gotta run. So like, and okay, another thing I forgot to mention is that our car keys.
Those guys, when they left, he was probably like, "Hey, you leaving with those bags? You gotta pay me."
yeah, I want
Definitely.
So like our car,
And then you guys came. He was like, "You wanna know where they went? You gotta
our
pay me."
rental car keys were in that bag. So like we thought like we didn't know at the time that it was in the bag, but so like we were like where like because Yusuf also had a bag and like Adam had the car keys. We didn't know if he put it in that bag or not. So we start chasing them. Like we have no shoes, no shirts on. We just start running up the hill, and this is like a gravel road. We're barefoot. It hurts like hell. It hurts like
And it's
crazy.
hot, right?
It's hot. It's like it's like 90 degrees outside,
Yeah.
and we're just running up this hill. And they're on a motorcycle, so they're probably long gone. But we're like, all right, we'll just see what we can do. So like, Noor and Alyan, like they feel obviously the guiltiest. So so they keep running, and then me and Yusuf are like, dude, this hurts like crazy. And Yusuf has his phone on him, right? So I was like, wait, Yusuf, my phone was in that bag. Let's Find My iPhone. And mind you, normally you wouldn't have service in Costa Rica, right? Like obviously out of state.
I have a question.
Out
When
of-
your iPhone is dead, does Find My iPhone still work?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So when I was about to board the plane, I called my parents. I was like, just get some. There's like a week plan to get service like wherever you are. So like I literally called them right before we went on the plane, like give me service in Costa Rica. So my phone had service. So I was like, Yusuf, like let's find my iPhone because he still had his phone on him. So like
That's
I
insane.
put in my Apple ID and whatever, and then we saw it that they were moving pretty fast. Like we finally got to track our phone. So we tracked them and whatever. And Alyan and Noor, while they were running up the hill, they found these 2 ladies that they saw the people that had the bag and stuff. They're like, yeah, they were on a motorcycle and they left like towards whatever that way. So then we were like, what do we do? We were like, and then we started looking for our keys because like we were like, okay, let's take the car and run after them, but we can't find our keys. Like, where the hell are the keys? And this whole time this is happening, Adam was like he just like got caught up in the waves. He literally didn't know that we lost our bags, so he was swimming in the ocean. Straight up, he was just enjoying the waves while we're freaking out, chasing after these dudes. That's
such an Adam thing
Yeah,
to do.
he had no idea. So then like
Gets out of the water. He's like, "Where is everybody?"
yeah, so we
Guess I'll go back into the ocean.
so we told like Ahmed to go get Adam and ask him where the keys are.
Yeah.
So like he goes, he gets Adam. He's like, I don't have the keys. They were in the bag. So like we
This guy.
lost our rental car keys, and we rented the car in San Jose. So the rental car company wasn't in the city that we were in. It was like 2.5 hours away, whatever. Right?
Bro.
So anyways, those 2 ladies were like they're really helpful. The ones that Alyan and Noor found when they were going up. So they're like, okay, we know this guy. His name is Carlos. Like he can help you guys. Carlos is like Costa Rican Superman or something.
Yeah.
But he's the guy that helps out all the tourists and whatnot. So they calls them and
You
then
had to go to some like underground like.
yes. No, then we're like, okay, we have their location.
Where
like,
was Carlos?
Carlos is just some random taxi driver. Like he's just like.
Where'd you find him?
We didn't find him. These two ladies called like they knew
You
that
don't
we
find
lost our
Carlos.
bag.
Carlos finds
Carlos
you.
finds you. Exactly, bro. Carlos knows, bro. Dude, so then like
Bro, it's kind of crazy.
they called these. They called
It's already cinematic.
They called Carlos, and then he's like, yeah, he's coming, and he'll like take you to like we showed him, and then the ladies called the police, and so the police were like searching the area for these guys because it's like just a mountain, like there's not that far that you can go, like where these people they're like these people they're kind of racist too, so they're like these people were probably from this area and whatnot, so they're like well check in that area, so then. Anyways, we start walking up, like, cause up the mile-long hill that you have to walk up to.
Yeah, 'cause
we're
it's
shirtless and barefoot.
You want
and
to say
it
that
hurts.
again?
And it hurts
All
like
the
crazy.
viewers?
Yeah.
Sweat dripping down the lats.
Wax spreading. So we're walking up there, and then Carlos finally comes. He meets us halfway, and we pile in. He's just straight up like he's a taxi driver. That's what he is. So we pile up into his car, and we show him like I use his phone that's tracking my phone. Like, yo, the people that stole our stuff are here.
They all speak English.
Like, yeah, kind of. Like broken
Broken
English.
English, yeah.
But yeah, they're good enough to like get by.
Yeah.
So then we get into his car and he starts driving like towards the people that stole our stuff. Keep in mind, like I told you, it's a mountain, so like these lanes are like straight up 1-lane roads, and this dude is zooming past everyone. Straight up, at one point I thought I was gonna fall off the cliff. Like he was passing people in a 1-lane road. I don't know how he was doing it.
Carlos got you.
Dude, that
Carlos
guy-
some other type of human.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Costa Rican Superman. I'm not
Like
lying.
you know, like Carlos is like your typical like in movies. They're like
Facts.
Yeah.
You know in Pulp
You know who to
Fiction,
call.
when he
Yeah.
accidentally shoots the guy,
He's the
yeah,
guy.
he
Yeah.
calls him
Yeah.
That's
That's Carlos.
dude.
yeah.
Every movie has that guy where like they're like, I guess we have to hit this guy up. They're like, who?
Not him. Yeah.
And he's like,
I think it was.
Carlos.
Carlos.
Yeah. So
The
and he-
ladies were like, Carlos.
Carlos. So anyways, like he's zooming past them. We're like scared out of our minds. So like, and then we end up getting to the area because the people stopped like in a certain place. So like we get there and like yo like, and the police are like right behind us. So like we meet up with the police and they start giving us like an escort to where the phones are. So then we start like. We get there we're kind of in the area, like there should be here somewhere. And then all of a sudden like he stops and like these two guys are like just open the door, like this is our taxi. And then like I was in the back seat, like third row, and I was like, yo, like what are these guys doing? Did they like go on our taxi or something? But Yusuf and Uthman were in the middle row, and they saw like, yo, these people fit the description of who stole our stuff, and they had a bag on them. So like Yusuf and Uthman jump out of the car and be like, yo, what are you guys doing? They just want the taxi. They jump out of the car and then we
Wait, those guys were going.
yeah,
No, I'm asking.
Yeah, no,
I'm
ask.
trying to
ask
clarify.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those guys were trying to get in the taxi that
Mhm.
you guys.
That we
but
were
they
in.
didn't know you were there.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
it'll get even crazier in a
Okay.
second. So like we jump out and we're like we see the bag that got stolen was a Dar es Salaam like Hajj travel bag. So like it's easily recognizable.
in Costa Rica.
It literally says Dar es Salaam like on it. So like we're like okay, this is our
Like,
bag.
no, this is mine, brother.
So just straight up. So like we get out of the car and then they're like, what's going on? Like why are these people like yelling at us? And then we start like it clicks in my head. Yo, like these people have our stuff.
Describe their build. Were they like big, tall?
No, they're like these two guys, not that
Like,
big, like normal,
average,
whatever. Like
yeah.
we were like 6 of us, like we.
So you could
take
beat them up. Yeah. Okay.
But here in mind, the police are like there now.
Okay.
Like they're at the area. So like, but they're pulling up behind us. So we get them, and then we're like, we take the bag off their back, and we're like, this is our. Like we're screaming and shouting, like, holy crap, we found the people.
No, in English or Spanish?
In English, we're screaming English. They're screaming in
And then
Spanish.
Carlos comes out. He's like, all of you piece of crap, all of you piece of crap, put your hand up.
So like we got out of the car, we start pulling stuff out. We're like there's like a JBL like boombox speaker in there. Like we pull out, this is ours. Like all that.
No one translating anything?
No, there's no one translating. We're
This
just- Nora's like golden Adidas pants in there. We pull it out. This is ours. And like, but the phones aren't in there. So like we're like, what the hell? Where are the phones?
So what are
And
you
guys-
tracking?
No, like they're in the area, but they're not in the bag.
Okay.
So maybe it's on them at that moment. So anyways, like we're cursing at them. They're cursing at us. And at one point, they're at their house.
What language are they cursing at you in?
Spanish. They're cursing in Spanish.
Okay.
I know
Yeah.
my fair share of Spanish curses.
Yeah, so we're just yelling back and forth. No one's understanding each other. At one point, they like run into their house because they're at their house. So their mom was there, like yelling at us. Like, Mom, I was like, bro, your kids just stole from us, and you're yelling at us. Anyway,
It's like, keep it down.
so they kind of run inside, and you like one of my friends like kind of screams like, you know how there's some curse words that no matter the language, like people understand. So
Yeah.
he called them like the B word. And they come running out, like out of their house. Like once they're in their house, they're kind of in their like safe zone. Like the cops couldn't do anything at that point.
You waited this long to say the B word? That would have been the
No,
first thing.
like we probably said it, but they like it was clear as day. I think he also said another word, like another.
yeah,
say it.
universal word.
Yeah, another universal word that they'd understand. So then they came out like came out of their house like ready to fight. So at one point the cops are still don't know if it's our bag, so they're kind of hesitant to do anything. They're kind of just standing there.
Yeah.
So and then one of the guys like after he, like my friend curses at him, he slaps him. Like he slaps my friend on the head like little hit on the head.
Bro,
So at that
that's all
point,
you need.
Dennis.
That's all you need.
yeah, and then my friend was ready to like go
Oh,
after him. Like he was ready to take him down. Like
I mean, yeah.
it was over.
I mean, yeah.
So but we like pulled him back
Why?
because and
Who
that
was
that-
it? Who was it?
Yusuf? Yeah, Yusuf was bad. Like
You should have knocked him out. Straight knocked him
100%.
out.
Also, of
Knocked
all
him
the
out.
people that guy could have picked to
He's
freaking-
one. Yeah, why did you go after like this? Like you?
the thing is like we knew once he hit him, it was over for them. Now the cops have a reason to like arrest them.
Yeah.
So at that moment, right when he hit him, they pulled those two guys back and arrested them. And then at that point they were arrested and we had to prove that like this was our stuff. So like that obviously like we could do that. So then we started pulling our phone like pictures of Noor wearing those pants, those golden pants to show them, but they're still like hesitant, whatever. Anyways,
You could have showed them Dar es Salaam and where you were from. or-
yeah, we were like showing them.
But
whatever.
where are the phones?
Like phones, we still don't know where the phones are. Like
Okay.
they're in that area, but we don't know where they are. So at that point, they're arrested. They're like go about to take
How
them to
old
the
are
police
these guys,
station.
by the way?
They're probably like 17, 18.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was picturing like middle-aged dudes.
No, they're like young
Okay.
dudes. Anyways,
Live with their mom, damn it.
yeah.
That's where I was like, oh, maybe they're.
No, yeah, they're 17, 18 dudes. Anyways, so like they arrest them and whatnot, and then we're gonna get ready to go to the police station and whatever. But at that moment, another red taxi pulls up. So then it clicks in our head, like the reason those guys came to our taxi is because they thought the
Thought it
taxi
was-
they called was this taxi, but we literally came 2 minutes before their actual getaway.
All
taxi
that happened
was
in 2
coming.
minutes.
Like yeah, it was like
Oh.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Max like 5 minutes.
Bro.
So literally, when we were leaving, we saw this other red taxi. Like we were like, dude, if we came 5 minutes later, they would have been gone. We wouldn't know where they are.
Yeah.
Everything's like they're getting
Yeah.
away. They're probably selling our stuff
Yeah.
and whatnot. But they thought that the taxi that we were in was their taxi that they called. So like, dude, straight up, like God gifted them to us in our hands, like with their bag on them.
Subhanallah.
It's crazy. So then at that moment, like they go to the police station. They take us to the police station. It's apparently it was like the Costa Rican like FBI, that place that we went to. It wasn't just like a random police station. So but the problem is we still don't know where, like we still don't have our phones. So like we showed them that it's still in that area that it's been the whole time. So we're like obviously it's in the house somewhere. So like whatever, we'll just like the police like they need like a search warrant or whatever. So then at one point like me and Ahmed like they went to get our passports, they could interview us and whatnot, and our passports are back at the Airbnb. So like we go back to the Airbnb, get our passports and whatnot, and in the meantime, like they do there's like a dinging thing on the Find My iPhone. So
Yeah.
The ring, yeah.
Yeah, the ring. So the cops go to the house and they tell us to ring it, and then they find like the 4 phones that we lost
In the house.
in the house, and they
So
You
where
bring
can
the
just
hell
hear
would-
it clearly from outside.
No, I wasn't. None of us were there when the cops were at the house.
Oh.
So like
Wait,
I
so
don't.
my question is, why did they leave the phones in the house and leave without the phones? What was in the bag?
I don't. The bag had like a speaker, some pants, like nothing crazy.
Well, because
they're
they
probably trying
probably-
to keep the phones or something.
They probably thought they were scot clean. They probably thought they were good. So they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's leave these here. We'll sell those later.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't know how they didn't know we were tracking the phone probably. So, anyways, like, and our there's another part of the story. Our Airbnb guy. Yeah, I don't know if I should.
Yeah.
Should I?
What?
I mean, it's up to you. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but it's up to you.
Anyways,
Say it.
Our Airbnb guy's like super homosexual. Like he's a
Okay.
raging
Okay.
He
So-
talks very openly.
Yeah, like
Okay.
very openly with
Okay.
us, and we found out that he was like we confirmed it like while he was driving us because we didn't at this point we still don't have our car
Yeah.
keys. Keep that in mind. So our car is just parked at the beach.
He's Costa Rican.
He's Costa Rican,
Okay.
so like he's like
Yeah.
kind of whatever.
How is he driving? Describe that.
That we'll get to that part later. So anyways, like he takes us. He's really helpful. Like he was a really helpful dude. So he took us from the Airbnb. We got our passports and whatnot. And then once we get back, the police was like, yeah, we found your phones, but still no sign of the car keys. So at this point, we don't have a car, we don't have nothing, so we have to stay with our Airbnb guy for the rest of the night until
He speaks English.
he speaks English pretty well. Yeah. So that wasn't a problem. So anyways, they interview us and whatnot, and they get like whatever. They're like, and they want us to come to court the next day and testify against these dudes. But like I was still on vacation. And I was like, I'm trying to go to the national park that's here. So we ended up not doing
Justice.
it. Yeah, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so basically he picks us up and he's like gonna be our driver for the rest of the day. So I told you how the rental car company is in another city.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
away.
2.5 hours away. So I contacted the guy that I rented it from. He's like, yeah, I'll come bring the keys. Like he has to drive 3 hours to bring the keys, the spare keys.
What time is it now?
Now, this all started around like 3-4 p.m. Now it's like 9 p.m. 9-10. So the rental car keys are coming at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So for those.
So you resolve everything
So somebody was bringing them to you?
Yeah.
How far is the beach from your house to your Airbnb?
Like 10-15 minutes, not too.
So you're telling me the chasing the guy, the police resolving everything, finding the phones, getting your passports, interrogating everything. It took 5 hours.
5-6 hours, yeah.
Damn.
No. It was a long day. And we woke up at like 8 a.m. that day, but it was.
Do you think? Quick side tangent. Do you think that the cops would have been as helpful if you guys weren't tourists?
I think those ladies saved you.
Yeah, the ladies were hella clutch. Carlos was hella clutch.
Yeah, but Carlos would have come without those.
Yeah, without the ladies.
Can't say his name.
Yeah, kind of.
You gotta say
Yeah. But anyways, so the problem was we had to spend the next 3-4 hours with our Airbnb guy.
On the beach.
They not on the some part. Yeah,
and he was
because our car keys were missing, so I was kind of worried that our car could still get stolen. And this is a rental car, so like we had to stay on the beach a little bit, but we also had to like get dinner and stuff. We hadn't eaten at that point, so like we got dinner with him, and he's like very flamboyant. Yeah, he's very flamboyant. He has like 6 good-looking guys with him, so he's having a field day or something. Anyway, so we go get dinner, and he has a couple drinks. And then we had that.
Good looking is a strong word.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Anyway, so he has a couple drinks, and then like we had to pay for the meal, right? Because he helped us.
Yeah.
So we're like, dude, do we pay for his alcohol? Like, what do we do in this situation? So that was like a different story. But and
That's a really good question.
Like
What did you end up doing?
we paid for his meal, and we had to pay for the alcohol. I didn't do it though. I was like, nah, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah.
Someone else did because they had to. Whatever. Anyways, so we had to spend like the next 3 hours waiting for the car keys at the beach with this guy. So, first, before that, we were like, let's get some blankets so we can sit on the beach. So, like, we go back to the Airbnb.
Do you want to clarify, just for any of our non-Muslim
clear.
viewers, why you hesitated buying alcohol? Just like a quick one sentence.
Yeah, it's just not allowed in our religion.
Right, not allowed to drink and
Drink,
also not allowed
buy.
to facilitate
Yeah,
the purchase for other people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like we're like okay, we'll sit by the car on the beach, waiting for the car keys guys to come. So like let's go to the Airbnb and get some blankets and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So like we go to the Airbnb, we go inside the house, and in the room that I was staying in, me and Adam were staying in one
Mm-hmm.
room. We walk in, giant scorpion, straight up just giant scorpion chilling in our room. We were like, yo, what the hell is going on? I run out of the room. I'm freaking out. Like, dude, why is there a scorpion?
How big?
No, it was like this big.
Oh.
And but like it has like this little snapper thing, like
Yeah.
just staring at you, bro. Scary.
Can they kill you?
No, dude, Costa Rica some crazy
I don't know,
animals.
man.
Can
Yeah.
scorpions kill you?
Yes.
Like it depends on the.
It depends on the type,
of
but yeah.
scorpion,
Okay.
But I wasn't taking any chances.
Did you kill it or did you just leave it?
Yeah, no. So like, I called everyone else in the room. Like, yo, we gotta do something about this. So, anyways, the scorpion kind of scurries into the bathroom, and then we kind of closed, and then we were like, okay, someone's gotta kill it. So we shoved Yusuf into the bathroom.
There's someone's in there just taking a fat dude.
Yeah. No, but what happened is we shoved Yusuf into the bathroom with the scorpion and closed the door on him.
You got
And he did not consent.
I
to
know,
this.
he did not consent to this. He was dude, I commend him though.
Dude,
I would not be able to do that. I
What
would've,
the hell is wrong with you
He
guys?
was probably pissing his pants, but I would have pissed my pants straight up.
Well, he didn't have to piss his pants because he was in the bathroom.
I still would have pissed my pants. So he's in the. We're like, yo, 7 minutes in hell. Like this is what you have to do. You have to kill the scorpion. So then Adam's the one.
I can't believe you guys did that.
Adam's so mean. Adam's the one that closed the door on him. So yo, you gotta help him out. So Adam goes into the bathroom too, and then
You locked the door on both of them?
yeah, they closed the door on both of them. But so they had a little I don't know if it was a chuckle or a thing to kill it. So then they start the scorpion at that point wasn't moving. So we
Was
realized
he
that,
screaming? Was Yusuf screaming?
yo, the whole time, all of us are screaming this whole time. So we realized that as we like closed the door, like it kind of got caught under it,
Yeah.
and it kind of like died from
Yeah.
that. But they like hit it a couple more times
Oh.
just for safekeeping. And then we called our Airbnb guy, like, yo, we found a freaking scorpion in our Airbnb.
You also can't just like kill a bug like with one thing and be like, okay, move on. You freaking
Yeah.
Oh, die,
Yeah.
die.
I had to sleep
You
in
have
that
to.
room that night too.
Oh, that's rough.
It was rough. But we flushed it down the toilet and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we ended up going to.
Never mind.
Wait, so then why was it rough that you had to sleep in the room? Because it's.
Was there more?
Yeah. Oh,
There's never just one bug.
yeah.
I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes, but if there's one scorpion, man,
There's
like,
more coming.
you
Yeah.
sleep in that room, like.
Fair enough. Okay.
Anyways, so then we go to the beach, and then we have to like chill with this dude for like the next 2 hours on the beach.
From what I
How'd
heard,
that go?
From what I heard is that he was very open with his escapades.
Yeah, he was very open with his
Like
escapades.
what?
Do you want me to get
Yeah.
graphic?
I mean, you don't gotta get graphic, but
He got
He
graphic.
got very graphic from what I heard.
Yeah,
Oh.
like in like
Oh.
yeah, not in a good way.
Okay. So, but he was just very forward.
Yeah, he's very forward, very open about his relationships.
No, but you missed him. How was he driving?
Well, okay, wait. Was he?
Oh yeah, because that's okay. So after
I'm
he
gonna
had-
ask a question afterwards, but
Mhm.
answer this.
so after like he had the couple of drinks, he also bought like a carton of
Like a 6-pack of.
6-pack when we went to the grocery store before. So he had a carton of like a 6-pack of beer. So like he's like these are mountain
Oh.
roads, 1-lane roads. He has like a freaking tequila in one hand, and he's like handling the steering wheel in the other. So he's straight driving while he's drunk. He's like swerving around, like dude, we were freaking out. Like one of us was in the trunk, straight up, and like because we couldn't fit in his car, so one of us had to be in the trunk.
Who was
I
that?
think I was in the trunk for some time,
Was
straight
this
up.
like a sedan?
No, it was like
Oh.
an old Jeep.
Okay, so the trunk was connected. There was an opening.
Yeah, there's an
between-
opening, so it wasn't
I
like that type
Yeah.
of trunk. Yeah. So like I was chilling in the trunk, and this guy's freaking drunk driving, and so then anyways we get to the beach, whatnot. We saw a sloth on the way to the beach too. So that's kind of
That's
sick.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
actually sick.
Mm.
So we get to the beach, we were like waiting, and he's talking about his times that he's been to the beach before.
He's like driving all over the place. You guys are like,
yeah,
He's
no,
like,
we
don't
literally-
worry about it, papi. Don't worry.
No, it's okay, honey. We got
Don't
it.
worry, cutie.
Yeah. So like we actually offered like, yo, do you want one of us to drive? Because we were like,
Yeah.
dude, this guy's shouldn't be driving right
Driving
now.
on a freaking mountainside too.
Yeah, it was bad.
Don't fall off.
Anyways, so we get to the beach. There's hella crabs too on the beach. It was whack. Anyways, the guy comes, the rental car guy comes from San Jose, 3 hours away. We get the car at like 1 a.m. and we go back to our Airbnb and we sleep. Oh yeah,
What a
that's bad.
frick-
What lesson did you learn
Night.
from this?
Yo, don't post stuff. Don't post about your trip on Snapchat, Instagram. You might get some hesed.
Okay.
That's
okay.
That's what we took out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's
So like after that, like the 2 days before that, like we were like posting, because normally none of us post on our stories. Like
Yeah.
we just don't do that. So then we started like we posted like a couple things, which
Yeah.
is more than we normally do, and then literally after that we didn't post a single thing.
Yeah. I think I remember when you guys posted things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a fair point to make here. I have a question about when that guy was being explicit. Was he just telling you guys his own stories, or was he being forward with you guys?
There was some moments where I was like, yo, like there's like when you hit someone's knee and then like.
Yeah.
So like he did that to like one of my friends, like just randomly at the grocery store. Like he like came up to him and just like, no, like like where you bend their knee, like you use your knee to like bend their
Oh
knee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So like
just hit the
yeah,
back
like
of the-
hit the back of their knee. So like he did that one time, and then one time we were like we just had woken up and like he came in. He's like he kind of like, what's up, sexy, like sexy, and then he said another word afterwards,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
B word. So like that was kind of like. Dude,
My
what the hell is this
God.
guy doing walking into our Airbnb in the morning? Like I announced
No
too.
clothes.
Yeah, he was in like a tank top. Yeah, so he was, but mostly he was like forward about like his own stuff.
Yeah.
Arshad seems very
He's a-
interested in that for some reason.
Yeah,
He's like, Papi, your back looks so dry right now. Papi, let me fix that,
dude,
Papi.
dude.
Gets out the.
His name is Martin.
Martin.
Martin. Yeah.
Martin.
He was no Carlos though.
No, Carlos.
Carlos.
Martin is just Martin.
Yeah. Dude,
Man.
but that was crazy.
What a freaking night!
Yeah.
Do you think that?
the craziest thing.
I know you guys. Didn't because you were on vacation. You didn't end up going to the court after to testify.
Mm-hmm.
But also, those guys were that 17, 18-year-old kid. They were probably like hella poor, right?
Yeah, they lived in the poorer part of like Costa Rica.
Like hella
so-
poor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's questionable if even. Yo, get off your damn
Sorry.
phone, son.
I have to take it.
What?
I have to do something real quick. We'll continue.
Oh yeah. So what were we talking about? The 17 and 18-year-old kid. Honestly, like, even if you had the time, like you had all the time in the world, and you could have gone to testify. I might just not. Like if I were in that situation, you get what I'm saying?
Their reasoning to testify was like they're gonna keep doing this.
That's true.
So like it's time to like put a stop to it.
That's true.
So we were like highly thinking about it.
How was your house?
The Airbnb?
No, the house they came from.
Oh, it was like I couldn't see much of it, but it was like they were in a poor neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a little raggedy.
Yeah, it was a little raggedy.
Like when you
Yeah.
I see. Just like a small little
Yeah.
has 4 walls and a roof type thing.
No, but like you couldn't really see the house because it did like the whole like thing was like kind of gated. Like it was
Yeah.
like there's like a gate in front of it.
Just make sure it's
But
actually.
it's like the area was like kind of run down.
Hey, be honest. When that guy made advances on you,
Okay. I just
You
want to
good?
make sure it's still recording.
alright, ready? When that guy made advances on you,
Okay.
you have to think twice. Didn't you? I know you did.
Oh man.
I know you did.
He's a womanizer. How many times have you had to say
Yeah,
this?
Hey, a womanizer can also be a.
Manizer.
That guy was old. He was like in his 40s.
Oh, that's what stopped you.
Please, that's not so.
There's some other like one of my other friends. I won't name his name, but he was taking care of all the conversations with him, and kind of keeping things going. I guess he was a little interested.
He was like, he had to play it off like he didn't want to. He was like, oh guys, I guess I'll take one for the team and talk to Martin.
That's what his excuse was.
And then you go,
He's like, someone had to talk to him. You couldn't be rude.
and then you go to like get him from like Martin's room, and they're like, Martin's like, the guy's like rubbing freaking lotion on
Rubbing
Martin's
lotion.
butt cheeks. He's like, oh guys, I'm
Is
just
that what it looks like?
guys. Oh my god, Martin forced me into this.
Dude, this episode.
There's gonna be a lot of editing for this.
This episode is so
Dude,
bad.
I feel like that's what's
for
mine, bro.
ratings.
Was that what's mine?
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm fine.
I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, it's not. They're just taking care of business.
Yeah, someone was taking care of business for us.
Someone was taking care of some business.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
That's
Arshad,
my
you're
thing.
freaking genius, bro.
Somebody was taking care of Martin's business. Oh man! All right, we won't go there. That's a funny.
We'll pivot now.
That's a funny image. Yeah.
Okay, why are you imagining it?
So Arshad's been insane.
Yeah,
He didn't care about anyone except for Martin.
Martin,
the
his whole
entire
focus was on
My
Martin.
God.
What do you look like? I'm kidding. I'm not gay. By the way. Just want to specify. I just want to get that out there.
Our Redbuddies podcast gets a DM from a 50-year-old Costa Rican.
Yeah, Instagram. You think Martin has an
I have no- I
Instagram?
have no
Oh, we
idea.
finding him.
Sure.
Oh, we finding
Yeah, I can
Martin.
find him.
And we're DMing him with whoever the person was, so that he's more receptive. Oh man,
Dude, how do you one up that?
What?
You can't one up that story. Like everything
That's
feels
a good
useless now.
story. I'm gonna be honest. The first time I heard you tell that story, I was like, wow, that actually sounds like
A movie.
a straight up like
Yeah,
a
dude,
movie
it's
type
like
story.
like movie stuff. Craziest was when the other taxi pulled up and we were like, holy crap, we literally
Everything happened so perfect.
exactly like it could have gone so much worse. Like we had to pay for the extra car keys and whatnot,
Yeah.
but it could have been so much worse.
That's crazy because, like, okay, that taxi pulling up 2 minutes after is what you said, but also what else? Well, the other things that had to happen is you found those ladies that
Mhm.
knew,
Those ladies were
Carlos.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
and
they're top touch.
The guy hit you. He gave it all away when he hit you. If he just went to his house,
Yeah.
you would have been at a stand up for a while.
you probably would have still eventually.
Yeah, it's probably we'd have to like do something.
You left your phone in the bag with Find My iPhone on.
Yeah.
You called your parents.
You
Right.
called your parents to leave your service on.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it helped you out that they stole your phones.
Yeah, if my phone was because we tried the other phones to track them, none of them were like they had service too, but the Find My iPhone wasn't working. So if my phone wasn't stolen, like it would have been like over. And Yusuf's phone wasn't stolen, so we could use that as like it was perfect.
And you're just in Carlos's taxi, and you randomly pull up to
Yeah,
them.
actually.
Dude.
We don't even pull up to them; they literally come to us.
The
They open
freaking
our door.
stars align.
Yeah, it's just wild.
SubhanAllah.
Subhanallah.
Well, that is a crazy freaking story. I think
We can't even clip that because it's too goddamn long.
No, it's good. We'll put the whole thing in. Well, I'm gonna make a one clip just for that whole story.
Yeah,
I think that was worth its own clip.
And now you're not gonna be able to use this anymore. People are gonna see it first on the Redbuddies podcast.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Can't be a pickup
Nah, I
point.
mean,
Save
you guys
some
don't have
time.
you guys don't have many girl viewers, so it's chill.
Oh, but now we will. Now we will. Yes, Mr. I won't make these jokes. It's okay. I said these jokes before.
Yeah. Also, I'm not MSA VP. That's not true.
Yes, his actions do not represent the.
Wait, you aren't?
No, yes.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say.
I think
No, MSA is good.
MSA is good. MSA is good. MSA does not condone the womanizing of Faizan Ahmed.
That was his past. He no longer
Yeah,
does
that
that.
was in my past. A long time ago. This happened a long
At
time
least 6 months ago. At least 6 months.
No, more.
At least 7 months
Oh.
ago.
That was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Over a year ago. Yeah.
This was the old Faizan.
Yeah, the old.
This was before he grew a beard,
Yeah, actually.
and now he's a sage.
I'm a different person.
Also, if you're
Oh,
judging
100%.
Faizan's beard,
Don't judge it.
right now, just know that
Just know that
It's
Zero
better
took
on the
my,
other side.
took my spot.
No, man. Oh, God. I'm so pissed off just hearing that.
But listen, was there anything else we wanted to talk about? Like anything like on the top of your guys'
Follow it up with your Swiss backpacking story.
My Swiss backpacking stuff?
Do you have one?
Oh, like you mean just in general?
Mine?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know?
You
I
talking
have-
about DC.
Yeah, I have mine. But like, should we? We can save it for another episode.
You could, if you want to, it's your call.
Yeah, it is. It is also
on
long.
time or
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying is, we should go in order. What's yours? What's the craziest thing that's happened to you, Arshad? You've probably had.
I think. What time are we on the podcast?
150.
A lot of it's gonna be clipped though.
what?
A lot of it's
Like,
gonna be
good
cut.
luck.
Like the beginning
It's gonna be
is rough, yo. Good luck navigating the beginning.
That's fine. We'll deal with it. But go ahead, tell your story. I don't have. I mean, I have a story. I had the Fight Club one.
Did that never get out?
No.
Damn it!
Remember?
Yeah, I'm down for you to say that again because that
It's
was
not,
pretty
it's not like it's not like an amazing.
It's not
story.
amazing.
It's not. That
Nothing
one.
is on the scale of that story. That story is freaking international. Stars align. Police, Carlos, the homosexual dude, like random ladies to help you out. Literally has everything in a spy thriller scene. Straight up James Bond. That is a scene out of James Bond.
The
No,
Scorpion. I'll have the same day.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. No, you know what you should do? You should tell that story. It's a short one, and then we'll wrap up after that. The one.
Oh, he knows it. He was there. Were you in my 8th grade class?
Yeah. Which one? Like, yeah, I was probably in your class. Yeah, I was in your class.
Tell the story.
Were
tell the
you?
story.
Yeah, I was in your class.
Okay, so Faizan knows this, but so basically, I left NUI in 8th grade, right? Said I knew I was going to be leaving. So towards the end of the years, I kind of gave up on behaving and stuff. Kind of did a bunch of dumb stuff. So the way it worked at NUI is that we had a science class, right?
Mhm.
And the teacher would walk up a pretty far distance to get to our classroom. So in between periods, we had like a 5-10 minute break, right? Even though we weren't supposed to have it, and people went wild, right? So
This is when you hit him with this.
oh yeah, just go say it real quick, man.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
All right, someone edit that out. Ah! Okay.
I just wanted to, yeah.
Yeah. So, we had 5-10 minute break, which we're not supposed to really have.
He goes, "Is this one?" and then tells the freaking climax of the story.
Yo, is this the Costa Rica story where you lose your phone after you chase someone? This is it.
All right, go.
Okay. So yeah, we had a 5-10 minute break. We should make sure you edit that part out. By the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna continue. We had a 5-10 minute break in between classes, which we shouldn't have had, but yeah, and we were supposed to be quiet because other people have classes and stuff, and they're trying to learn and whatever stuff people do in school. But if we were 8th graders, we were the king of middle school, and no one gave a damn. So like, we were just being really loud and talking, and everyone's doing whatever. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not like. I never liked two types of teachers. I didn't like English teachers, and I didn't like science teachers. I don't know why, but like, it just by my luck, I never liked any of them. Like, I have so many stories, like small stories about like stupid stuff I did, but like whatever. Anyway, so for this science teacher, I thought it'd be funny to play a prank and be like, you know what? Let me just casually hide underneath her desk, and when she comes to our classroom, I'll just jump out and give her a heart attack, right? Just a little small fun. And also, I was like, I don't care what happens. So, so I hid underneath the desk, right, a little bit early, waiting for her to come out, and then all of a sudden, everyone goes quiet, and the door opens, right? So I'm assuming that, oh yeah, she's here. I'm just gonna wait for her to come closer. But it just felt weird, right? So I'm underneath the desk. So the way it works is that you walk in from the door, right? And you go down like a stretch where the board is, and the desk is all the way at the end of that stretch, right? And it's kind of angled, so you don't. If you hide underneath it, you don't see it walking down, right?
I remember this clear as day.
So I'm underneath the desk. And yeah, she's here. This is it. It's my time. So everyone goes to sit down in their desk, whatever, blah 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 blah, and then I'm ready to jump out, and then you just hear a deeper, more authoritative voice, right? And I'm like, crap, this isn't the science teacher, this is the goddamn middle school counselor. Which is
Head of middle school.
Head of middle school, basically, for like the entire for all middle school. And she kind of knew me as like a misbehaving kid, but like you don't want to mess with her. And I'm just like, God damn it, I'm screwed. Because I didn't get out when she first walked in. So now at this point, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I either come out and totally embarrass myself, and she's just like, what the hell are you doing? Or two, wait and risk her finding me. And if she finds me, then I'm dead. I might as well just leave the school right then and there. So I'm thinking, what's gonna happen? And I hold out for like maybe 30 seconds. And she's giving a speech on how like you guys are the 8th graders, the icons of the school. People look up to you. This is disrespectful. You're wasting everyone's time by being so loud. People are trying to learn, right? And the other 8th grade class was right behind us, and they were trying to learn, and they were getting mad. And in the middle of all this, I don't know why, but I was such a wimp, I just walked out. And I didn't wait or anything. I didn't wait for a proper pause or anything. She was straight up just talking, and I got up.
Yeah, I was there.
Give your opinion later, but like, I got up, and I was going to head back towards my seat, but someone sat in my seat, because I sat towards the front, right? So someone was a total G and sat in my seat, and I'm like, freak, man, I gave up, this isn't going to work. So I went to go sit in their seat, right? I'm just sitting down with my head down, saying nothing, and then there was like a pause where I think she was trying to process what the hell happened, but she didn't say anything. She didn't mention me or anything. She just continued saying like this is disrespectful, blah 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 blah. And I'm just embarrassed, and my friends all roast me like, what the hell were you doing, and all that stuff later on. So that's the end of that. Science teacher comes, she doesn't find her except that we were all in trouble, but she doesn't know I was hiding underneath her desk.
Yeah,
so that's not the best part. The best part is we go home, and all the 8th grade class gets an email from the middle school counselor, and she's like, dear parents, please tell your children to misbehave, even though it's towards the end of the year. I know they're very rowdy, but not misbehave. I know it's the end of the year and people are getting rowdy and they're very excited, but we've had some weird incidents with people being disrespectful, not listening to teachers, hiding underneath teachers' desks, and like doing a lot of disruptive things.
She knew your name, right?
She did know my name. She knew who I was because I got in trouble a lot. But like, and then she was like hiding underneath teachers' desk and doing other disruptive things. So then my dad asked me like, who the hell was hiding underneath the desk? I didn't say anything. I just shrugged my shoulders, neither confirmed nor denied. But I'm like, man, that guy must have been crazy. So like,
dude, I still remember that, and I still don't understand why you came out of the desk. I actually have.
You think he would have been scot-free?
100%. There's no chance she was gonna find him.
Because she wasn't gonna go.
No, that's shit. Like the front of the desk is completely covered. You have to go behind the desk and look underneath to see to see Zaria. No one's finding him unless he comes out. And this clown literally comes out in the middle. He just waited 5 more minutes. He's scot-free.
Yo.
So my fear was, if I can justify what I was thinking, my fear was that the science, because she was taking a long time.
Yeah,
my fear was that the science teacher was gonna come, find me, scream, and then I just get the crap beaten out of me. Because then she'd be like, what the hell is this? Like, I knew she wasn't gonna find me because she was staying near the door, but I was like, this is going on so long, I'm screwed. Like, I was really worried I was gonna get caught. So I was like, before the science teacher beats my ass, let me just get out now.
If I was in that class, I would have lost it once a week. Bro, imagine he just gets up, he's like, was I under that freaking desk? As if
I was looking for something.
He just gets up as if he's not literally under the freaking teacher's desk. And then did she stop talking when you came out?
She did, but she didn't acknowledge it. She just continued with whatever. She just paused and like took a breath and just continued.
It was not in her pay grade to talk about what just happened.
Definitely.
She did not get paid enough.
100%. I remember some people said that their parents asked who had hid underneath the desk.
really?
Yeah, and I was just like, man,
Dude, but the
Oh
things we
my
did
God.
senior year of high school.
does not compare to what I did.
Nothing.
They're
Oh my
wild,
God.
wild.
Really?
Yeah, dude. We did.
I'm telling you, NUI became fun after I
It
left.
was like senior year was one of the most fun years of my life, man. Dude, we did some crazy shits. Like, yo, why did you guys do that? But like, it was whatever. None of us ended up getting in real trouble,
Yeah.
so it was fine. So then, like, but we like all throughout like our senior year, we would just like constantly. We didn't care. Like, we just played pranks on teachers, on the administration. We just did whatever we wanted. So like one time, like me and another friend, Yusuf, another friend, we had a study hall while the other class had like a actual class like religious studies.
Yeah.
So we'd go and we just knock on the door,
Yeah.
and then just run. So then they
Ding dong,
ding dong
ditch.
at school straight up.
Yeah, little friggin' children.
Yeah. But like so then we had this idea of like locking the teacher out of the classroom.
No
So-
way.
So what we did was like we were like, okay, so we pretended like we went to the classroom and we told the teacher like one of the administrators caught us like ding dong ditching and like we need you to like come like help us. So she's like, okay, 'cause she was like on our side like throughout that year, like that teacher.
You just abused her.
kind of a little bit.
So
So
is
then
it the same teacher as?
yeah, same teacher
Okay.
that took the fall for us. So she's like, okay, I'll help you guys out. So she starts walking in front of us, and our doors at NUI, it's like there's like a magnet that covers the thing, and
Yeah,
if
and
you
you
just pull
pull
the
it out,
magnet, it
yeah.
locks. The door locks.
Yeah.
So like she's walking in
But
front.
y'all
of
were
us.
chill with her, right?
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
mad chill with her.
So why are you pranking her?
Just because we couldn't like we got
Yeah.
in trouble with pranking anyone else. So then so she's walking in front of us. Me and Yusuf both run the other way, like towards her classroom that she was teaching in. Pull the magnet and lock the door on her. So it's just us and the other kids in the classroom. And she's like walking towards the high school.
All the other
office.
kids are they're younger.
They're,
than you,
yeah,
right?
no, they're kids. They're same class as us. Like it's like the other class. They're just dying, and her daughter is also in that class.
You guys probably gonna everybody shut the hell up right now.
So then she's
Nobody
like,
move.
so she comes back. She's like, oh my god, what just happened?
Enforcing
She's like
military.
trying to open the door, and it's just locked, and we're cracking up. Like,
Did
we're
she find it
dying.
funny?
Yeah, she ended up finding it funny. She's like, you guys are crazy. Like, why? Did you do that? But then that was the end of it.
That's pretty.
Dude, that's nice to have a chill teacher like that.
Yeah.
I don't. In 8th grade, we had a similar teacher. Like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, when teachers are chill with their students, that always leads to like fun things.
Yeah,
Do you remember what I'm talking about? Like the one where I just had to teach the whole thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
like that was stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I
having
know
like enjoyable teachers. Like
Those are-
in my high school, our coach did not give a damn, because like I was humble brag, but I was carrying the soccer team. So like. So she was chill with us, and like
Yeah.
her class, everyone was like, "This is the hardest class ever. You'll get a 0 and stuff." But like because me and my friend were like captains of the team, she was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be in the quiz. Just study this and boom, boom, boom." Like it's just nice.
Yeah,
Your
to
coach was a
Dude,
lady.
freaking- Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
Was it a co-ed soccer team?
Yeah,
Oh
Bro, in
man.
high school it's so easy to finesse with teachers, man. Like,
we had this conversation. It's
Oh, did
how
we?
you-
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh
finessing
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's easy to finesse people in general, bro.
Yeah.
You just. Arshad has
Oh,
a great
yeah.
line. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I do.
It's dude. It's so freaking.
This is
what's
line.
the
You
line?
gotta
What's the
listen.
line?
To prepare for
The
the line.
art of negotiation is being disagreeable under the guise of being agreeable. That doesn't really have much to do with this.
No, but
I mean,
yeah,
it does.
it's
Yeah,
just,
it does.
finessing. You just
Finessing teachers,
pretend to be on their side.
Yeah.
Well,
and then you can just do whatever you want.
exactly.
Like when you're trying. Like I remember when. Okay, I wasn't like taking advantage of anyone, but if you're just nice to your teachers and you're like, oh, I understand that I did this wrong. I understand that I did this wrong, and I understand why you might say no to me, and I understand all these things. Like if you could, like this and that, they usually always help you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's kind of like it's easy, but
I feel like we should end on yours.
On my story.
Yeah, his is
What?
Tell it.
yours is pretty good.
You thought it was a good story? All right.
I like it.
Yeah,
This is
this
our
was-
finisher. This
this
is
was-
story time episode for Redbuddies podcast.
okay, yeah, we'll wrap up right after this. But
Yeah.
this was
Banger.
this was one of the stories that we recorded and then lost because my mom, who I love dearly,
Did you put your
something.
phone on airplane mode? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on airplane mode. Anyways, let me tell this story. So, all right. So, my senior year of high school, there was this. Basically, the whole year when we were juniors, there was a senior class above us, who used to chill in this place called the SAC, the Student Activity Center. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was a good maybe it was a good handful of people that used to go chill in the SAC. Maybe anywhere between 6 to 10 seniors, right? Now some of us juniors were friends with these guys. It was guys and girls. This was a public school, right? So there were all kinds of people, and the SAC was a cool place to be, but you had to be part of that community. You couldn't just go to the SAC.
Mm-hmm.
You could, but it'd feel
down.
weird, and then you'd be like, okay, I want to leave. Honestly, I don't think we were that super cliquey, but we kind of were.
Yeah.
But anyways, the SAC was the place where we would go when we were juniors, and then that carried on. So then when we were seniors, the juniors below us, we kind of let them into the SAC, and we were like, all right, some of you can stay, some of you gotta go, right? So the SAC went. Also, when I was a senior, I was on top of the world, on top of the world.
Dude, I felt the same way as a senior in high school.
Nobody could say nothing to me. Nobody. I have a lot of other stories from some of my other classes, which are kind of funny, but I'll focus on this one. And me and a couple other my friends, we all kind of had that feeling, right? So the SAC, we would just go there a lot. We would go there in the middle of our classes. We'd just be oh, we're going to the bathroom or the library, and just go to the SAC for the whole freaking period, right? 45 minutes. And then we'd go there during lunch, and then we'd go there after school, chill there for a couple hours, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just straight, that was just, if we went to school early, we had AM gym, whatever, we'd go to the SAC, right? That was the place where we chilled. One time, we're at lunch, and again, people just do whatever the hell they want in the SAC. So two of our friends, I still remember, it was Alex Butowski and Sean Verneza. They're on the side, they're in a corner, and they're just slapping each other, right? Well, what the hell are you guys
on the
doing?
face?
Yeah. So we're just, but they're all they're not getting upset at each other either. They're slapping each other. We're what's going on here? And they're oh, don't worry, we're just slap boxing. I'm oh, that's kind of neat. And then we were wait a second, my turn next.
Yeah.
And then eventually, more and more people were wait, I want to try. And then slap boxing, they were okay, we need to keep this on the DL because we're gonna get in trouble. But then eventually, more people started picking up on it, and now it's there were some of us that were good, some of us that were not so good. The not so good ones were pretty fun to watch because they were just randomly swing at each other, and then also the good ones were fun to watch. So
straight up fight club in high school.
Yeah, I think I was pretty good. Also, I had the reach, right? So it worked out for me. It worked in my favor. But anyways,
So what is slap boxing? You just
slap boxing is just boxing, but you slap.
okay.
But you can slap hard.
Okay.
So,
So
but
how do you
the
win?
well,
The-
it always goes to a judge's decision because you're not gonna
Knock him out.
someone
Yeah.
and that's the point. It's no one can get really hurt.
Okay.
You can feel
Yeah.
this thing, but
Yeah.
it's fine. You'll be fine at the end of the day. So, anyways, we do slap boxing. Now, this is just something that now the SAC was guys and girls all went to the SAC, but when we started slap boxing, the girls were okay, this is stupid. We're gonna leave. So it was a purely guys thing, and then basically the whole slap boxing became a thing now,
Mm-hmm.
and it was well known. And then during lunch, after school, whatever, people would slap box each other. Now there's one of my friends, one of my good friends to this day, Nick Aguilar. He has a name for himself where he will put people up to things, but not do it himself. But he'll put people up to them.
Yeah.
He'll whisper in their ear, and he'll be like, yo, you know what'd be funny if you did that thing. He's Elian.
Yeah.
He's Elian. Elian does that a lot, right?
God,
He does that,
I
right?
can see that.
Yeah, right. He does that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's yo, it'd be funny if you went and did that thing.
Yeah.
Remember when he was yo, it'd be funny if you want to go ask that sheikh that, or he's go do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't want to do. This was that kid, right?
Yeah.
He was he would do that. He would always do that.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. He'd be like, yo,
Orchestrating
you should do that. You should do that. He'd put people up to things.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't do that himself. So one day we're slap boxing, and he's guys, I have an idea. We gotta make a league. We gotta make a slap boxing.
This guy.
Now, in retrospect, this is a stupid idea.
Great idea.
Dude, fantastic idea. Where's the prize money and everything?
Bro, this is such a stupid idea. You know why? Because somebody... Okay, if it's on the down low and you just go and do it in the corner of the sack, ain't nobody, people don't have to find out about it. But now it's a league, right? And he's we gotta keep score. We gotta, set up these fights. We gotta make it we gotta make this competitive. and he's like, also we're gonna need a judges panel. He's like, I'll be on the judges panel. He ain't fighting. He's like, I'll be on the judges panel, and like 2 other people were also on the judges panel. So now the league starts, and when we slapboxed, like occasionally, I remember 1 or 2 times because I wore glasses.
Oh, bro.
And sometimes but I would take them off, but also like once or twice I left them on, right? Because I was just a little cocky, right? I was like, I can leave them on, who cares, right? But then one time, like the way I got hit, I just started bleeding, and that happened like occasionally. Sometimes people would kind of get hurt, like not like hurt, but you'd start bleeding, whatever, right? Things like that would happen. So, anyways, just more reason to not let any of the faculty ever find out.
Yeah.
So anyways, this league happens. We're like deep into this. Now when he says like, let's start a league, everyone's like, oh yeah, that's a great freaking idea. We start this league. Now the sack, when you walk by, I'll get to this point in a second. One day, eventually, people start finding out about this, like within our friend group. It wasn't like random heads. It was like within our friend group. They find out about this, and there's a good like 15, 20 people in this freaking slapboxing
God damn
ring,
it.
right? And we're all like, we're having different fights. We have different lineups, right, each day.
We got title cards and everything.
And,
Crazy.
and we, what's it called? We're like enjoying ourselves. We're really into this. One day, 2 people are slapboxing, and there's people slapboxing, and now everyone else who's not on the judges panel straight up forms like a circle around them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like cheering them on. They're like, oh, right? Like, oh. Like every time, like you hear the freaking and the room erupts, right? Like when you hear the freaking this on the face.
God.
By the way, you shouldn't hit people on the face. But I just gotta put that disclaimer out there. But when you hear that freaking, you hear that, you know what I mean, right? And everyone's like, oh. It was mad hype. The judges panel is like right in front of the freaking window to the sack, so you can see Nick and like 2 other people. And they're looking. There's a judges panel, and then there's that full circle, and then in the middle of the circle, there's just something happening, and you can't see from the outside so well. Anyways, this random sub just walks by the
Substitute
set.
teacher?
Yeah.
Not even a real.
Yeah. No.
God damn it.
Just walks by. He looks in the freaking door. He's like, this doesn't look right. He's like, this doesn't look like it's supposed to be happening. And then he looks a little closer, and he sees 2 people slapping the crap out of each other. And then he opens the door, and he's like, what the hell's going on here? And everyone just like is like, oh crap. Oh crap, this ain't good. So he's like, what are you guys' name? He said something, right? He's like trying to figure out what's going on. And he's like, I'm gonna have to report this. You guys need to stop right now. He's a freaking suck. Like, piece of crap. Just go freaking end your day, go home.
Yeah.
You
and
don't
sub
get
for
paid
another
enough to
teacher.
do this,
Just let it go, man. Anyway, so he does that. And so we end up getting in like a decent amount of trouble. We get that room taken away from us for a little bit, from what I remember. But hey, rule 1 of Fight Club is don't ever tell nobody about Fight Club.
I mean, you just told everyone.
Yeah,
I mean, now it's gone, but
now they made a freaking
movie about it. Yeah.
So,
Oh
this is my
man.
version. But anyways, I think that was
That's nuts.
that was a good note to end off on.
So in conclusion, we've all had crazy stories.
Yeah.
But
I don't think anything can top the Costa Rica.
Costa Rica will
That was
never,
freaking
never be
wild.
topped.
But
Would you want it to happen again?
it's kind of like adrenaline.
Yeah,
right?
dude. Like it was like
You probably enjoyed yourself a little bit.
once I got my phone
once
back,
you secured,
like once like I knew like where the phones were and stuff. Like the chase was also kind of like like you had like a rush.
Yeah.
Like yo,
That's hype. That's
I'm
hype.
chasing these, and then once we found them too, it's like you had the peak adrenaline. Like you found your.
I'm surprised no one fought. Like,
because the cops were there. Like we thought about it afterwards. Like if if the cops hadn't come at that point, we just like grab our stuff and just
beat
fight.
them up, yeah.
Yeah, we would have fought.
Like that's my thing. I've always
Dude,
wanted to get in a fight.
Well,
Like the adrenaline from a fight, I don't think.
I always picture it in my head.
Yeah.
I always, I want to say something on the podcast right now, but I don't want to say it yet because I want to turn it into a bit.
Okay, never mind.
I want to turn it into a bit. Maybe I'll tell you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it on the podcast.
Tune in next time.
All right. Well, anyways, Faizan, thank you so much
Thank you for having me.
for coming.
One more time, Faizan the womanizer.
Faizan the womanizer.
MSAVP.
Yeah, I was.
Buy those two things together.
I was, when Azam came on. Do you watch Joe Rogan at all?
Not
So
really.
yeah, so I was, when I was with when Azam was on the podcast, I said the same thing. Sometimes we like to have people on the podcast like that are like respectable.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I was like,
trying to say.
as I was thinking about what I was saying, I was like,
We're trying to have like cool people on the podcast, and sometimes you don't.
no, like sometimes we have people that are like, we try to get people that maybe have some clout to them or like have some name to them, whatever. But then sometimes we do that. But then sometimes, like, if you ever watch Joe Rogan, he has like Eddie Bravo on, and Eddie Bravo is just one of the boys. So sometimes we have whoever on, and sometimes we just got one of the boys
Yeah.
on, right? And that's what you are. You're a friend of the podcast, and it was like, it was really freaking fun, I think.
I had a great time for sure.
And I don't think this should be the last time you're on the podcast. Like, I think this was a great time.
Run it
I
back.
think
yeah.
we should run it back eventually. Why are you smirking like that?
I'm down.
I bet.
I'm down.
Bet.
I just
No,
can't wait to be introduced again.
Yeah. We did a new introduction.
yeah, we're gonna need a different one than womanizer next time. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He's
We'll get
a
it on.
multifaceted.
Multifaceted, yeah.
Oh, he's got a lot of things up his sleeve to all the ladies. But it's great having you. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I enjoyed
I did.
myself.
I did.
If you are watching this, make sure that
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Make sure you
Yeah.
like and subscribe. Do you have any shout outs you want to do?
Shout out to my parents.
Shout out to his freaking parents,
You already
son.
know.
There we go.
Shout out to his parents. That Costa Rica story could have never been said on this podcast
Yeah.
if it weren't for his parents.
Exactly.
But anyways,
Facts.
anything we're forgetting?
Like, subscribe, follow us on Insta,
Follow us on
YouTube.
Everybody's podcast.
Yeah.
Follow us on. I genuinely don't think anyone listens to this last part, but if you are,
Yeah.
like, just
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Seed.
Oh,
Shout out to Seed. Shout out below.
Yeah, our constant viewers. They're always commenting.
Constant.
Yeah, comment below if you guys have any opinions on anything we discussed or want to share anything.
Yeah.
We read everything and take those into account.
We read everything. Guy, if you're watching this, Guy is my friend from high school that
Yeah.
we read your comment. We got the pop filters. We got the negative 16 dB, all that. We read comments
Exactly.
and we try to improve. But anyways, thank you again. Thank you everybody. Thank you Faizan. Thank you everybody for watching.
And I'll see you guys next week.
Catch you next time. Peace out.
See ya.
Woo woo, boys. That was a good episode. That might have been the best one yet.
Dude, that's me. It
What?
was because we shared stories. I told you that's a secret.
Stories is the
It's a secret to a good conversation.
Stories is actually the way.
Dude, that
But the only problem is
was
that it could have been better if me and Arshad didn't know your story.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was the only
Yeah,
problem.
you get better reactions.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that was fun.